Alright, welcome back to the Ironheart Merchant Company on Friday, no doubt. Session 66. Actually, let me get the right screen up because I'm kind of waddling around my room right now as my foot fucking hurts like a mofo every time I sit down. Um, but last time we left off, the party had managed to not only free James from the evil temple of Dracothax worshipping Eider and his great deeds, but they managed to do it almost practically bloodless. A poor peasant did die. Man who did not deserve that because was able to ordain some information about the individual and basically offer him up as a insurance payment, similar to, if you will, Jack Sparrow to Davy Jones, for those who remember that first introduction. However, after a bloodless fight, the party managed to get out of the temple itself. Learning a few things, they would find themselves splitting up to gather more information before returning back to the bar and meeting, well, an unfortunate individual being Alfred Stone and his little band of, or little vanguard that he had seemed to bring. Thankfully, with some quick thinking, Rolman, not wanting to see if this man would make good on his threat of shoving head in ass, and I'm not paraphrasing, that was the exact wording he was given, decided quickly to vanish from the area by getting out of the tavern while James and Ham went to distract him. We return back for session 66, Unrest amongst the Treasury. The year is 65,007, the month of the Bloodied, or May. The day is the 33rd, and it is currently midnight. As Roloman finds himself sprinting outside the tavern, and now at this point, I assume, like, maybe only a few feet away from the building itself, not trying to go too far, Roloman?
Yeah, I won't go too far in case something happens and I need to go back in.
Okay. Yeah, finding yourself a spot in front of the store front across the street that has some chairs and tables still sat out. You kind of sit down as eh, kicking back a little bit and as you watch the tavern, but keeping yourself still kept into the shadow that the building seems to naturally give
Is
into
there a
it.
newspaper?
There is not.
Damn.
However, there is a menu that looks to be
Oh
for the
yeah. I'll
business.
hold a menu up to my face.
She just kind of take this leather kind of piece that's got like it's a stone and such onto it and kind of hold it up just to kind of cover your face as much as possible. As you read about or start reading through it, you do see seems to be a poison shop of sorts. As
Oh,
you
why is there a menu for a
recognize
poison shop?
yeah, you recognize many of the combinations are known
Wait,
poisons as you look at the bottom and see assigned business name of Chuck Chuck, or sorry, not Chuck Chuck. Sorry, give me a minute. Find my note here.
Egu Egu?
Egu, thank you. Yes, Egu, the Rampant Explorer, as it's signed. Um,
My god, he's still alive!
as you kind of look it over, seeing a few other poisons in there, you do see there's also a little request down on the bottom of it. A couple of minor jobs that have been kind of posted just for collecting some herbs in the area.
mhm.
But as you kind of eye it over once, you kind of slowly turn your gaze back to the inn across the street, where you can kind of still see through the large gemstone windows, watching James and Ham in the candlelight as they stand and talk to Alfred Stone. Is there anything you'd like to do before we jump over to them?
I'll be just trying to listen and see, and if something bad happens, we're gonna run that way.
Okay, give me a listen and a search check
Yeah.
for anything bad coming that
Mm,
way.
yes. Bad things. Listen. I'm great at listening.
10.
10
Really?
and such.
Average? Okay.
Yeah. Perfectly average, some would say.
Yep, true.
And 24 for search.
24. Okay. So, as you kind of watch, keeping your eyes out, we'll come back to you as you see the peasants just passing by. James and Ham. Uh, God. You can't make a joke when I'm slightly baked like that, motherfucker, and just put it in the chat. No one's gonna know what you said. As Ham just quietly whispers that to himself in his head.
Oh god. Damn it.
James, as you walk up, Alfred turns and kind of smiles at you. Looking behind him, you see a bunch of other snowbeards, many of them carrying strange sigils kind of on their chest that you haven't seen before, at least immediately that you recognize. Um,
Uh,
Go ahead.
just off chance, are they a religions or house symbol?
Give me, they are a house symbol, if you want to give me a knowledge nobility.
Okay, straight intelligence it is. James never paid attention to nobility.
It's true.
Not because he didn't want to, but because it was really fucking boring.
It was such a big book, bro, to carry around. You know, the math
There's still a
books.
copy on the ship.
Nice work. However, this house doesn't immediately catch your attention. It looks somewhat familiar to you as you think. There was a book that talks about the founding of the Snowbeards and like their ancient history. It's slightly foggy in your mind, and you remember there's a bunch of houses that went extinct. As you look this one over and notice the strange viper-like design of the with an axe head almost coming out of the viper's mouth designed onto it, it reminds you recognize the house name that comes to mind, and you remember the type of dwarfs or snowbeards that were part of this culture, but you don't remember the entirety of their history besides them being one of the founding houses. This is House
Okay, how
Viper
murderous are
Axe.
they?
Well, I'm gonna get to that.
Viper axe.
House Viper
Great.
Axe are known to be of the Dark Dwarf culture, or race, species, or race. A group that vanished after the founding wars here in the Snowbeard lands. Supposedly, back in the day, the general thing of what you can recall is that they were known to be very capable necromancers with a fondness for using unhealthy mana techniques or spells to turn themselves into liches and devour each other, almost to try and rule the clan. So, in surmise, James would recall roughly these guys are some of the worst of the ancient Snowbeard cultures.
Merchant smile? Hello, Alfred Stone. How are you today?
Looks you up
As I
and down.
refocus back.
As he looks you up and down, takes his dark ale and kind of takes a swig of it, the foam getting into his mustache a bit, and as he kind of licks at it and kind of just stares at you, his teeth slightly yellow and jagged, his breath strong with ale, and the stale smell of blood kind of hitting your nostrils, James. Getting a look up and down, you do notice he's covered in slight blood and seems to be wearing light leather gear made of some sort of creature that it doesn't take an appraise check to recognize the masterwork and the value of whatever leather this creature came from.
I'm assuming it's worth somewhere upwards of 5 million.
Probably more than what you're wearing currently is more like what I would be the equivalent.
Jeez!
Yes. He is, as you look him up down, you do see two daggers that seem to glitter with magic that you can even see the aura almost coming off of them. One being made of a darker iron-like material, the other this green gemstone that seems to glimmer, almost identical to the emerald tooth of Old Big Tooth. And then in a small axe that he seems to have on his back that you can't really get a good look at, but you do feel almost a kinship with almost immediately. Feeling something that draws your eye kind of towards it, seeing the blackened blade of the axe and its jaggedness, you recognize the blade itself is designed to be jagged. It's almost imperfect to be perfect, but it catches your attention.
It's serrated.
Somewhat more jagged is what I would describe it as, but yes.
Yeah, at some point when the spikes aren't like really small, it's not serrated anymore. It's just a rough cut weapon.
Yeah,
like,
you gather this is designed to harm and torture a person as they die. This is not to kill cleanly. But as you look him up and down and get the smell of blood kind of in your nostrils, he kind of smiles as he sets his drink down and goes, "Where's Rolliman?"
He's off on a separate errand.
So he's in the city. So he kind of turns
I didn't
back.
say that.
Didn't have to. I can smell him from across the street.
Oh god, he has scent tracking.
Luluman, you feel a chill go down your spine. But as he
Well-
looks back, go ahead.
He's at least ensuring you have your space.
He wants to make sure I can't make good on my threat.
Most people would consider that to be a smart move.
Most people would be right, as he gives a kind of a light belch, and some of his men laugh at it as they go back talking quietly at the bar. The bartender quickly pushing out drinks as they seem to be hammering them back. Yeah, looks at you as he turns again though and goes, "So I'm guessing you're here for the same reason I am."
That would depend. I'm here to do a few things and deal with, as the image of the church comes to James's mind, a rather large problem.
He nods to go, kind of waiting for you to go on.
But what are you here for, before I go into my specifics?
Less of a church, more investigating a couple things. Supposedly there's a Knoll Prince somewhere amongst the treasure horns hiding. And I thought that might be of interest to the King's Moot and all of our previous encounters. Might also
I'm-
help my individual candidate.
Totally not a knoll, like everyone says around this time. I'm a beast folk, clearly. I'm not a knoll.
Continues and goes,
Yes,
"As well as I'm here to see if the treasure horns will fall in line like they've been told. I assume that's what you're here for."
I'm here to ensure they're backing the proper candidates, but it seems my uncle either is refusing or is unable to take anyone in at this time.
Ridiculous. In the morning we'll see him together. You'll give your spiel, and if our candidates line up, I can keep myself quiet. And if they don't, at least I'll have some talking points that might interest him. I do hate dealing with this all king bullshit.
It's exhausting given neither of us really want to rule.
Truer words as he takes his beer and kind of tips it back, downing it.
Although if you could assist me, maybe I could assist you.
Kind of puts his fingers up as the bartender kind of throws down another dark ale and puts it in front of him as he kind of looks at it, takes a sip, and looks back at you and goes, "All right, merchant me."
The church, in air quote, as it is, isn't exactly what it seems.
No shit.
And I need the man that's at the top of it. I don't care if he's living, but I need him due to reasons relating to Frostbusters.
What? Dead? Gone? Missing?
Dead works.
Alright. And why isn't Rollman doing this?
He is proven to be out of our capabilities at the moment without making a, how shall I say,
Diplomatic
giant
incident?
explosion?
That works too. He nods as he kind of takes a drink.
And I'd rather not, lose two of my ancestral homes.
That's probably smart of you. I just came from there. Nothing but lesser demons trying to tear up the entirety of the terrain, eating, killing, and destroying all the peasantry in the area.
Oh, sounds like that'll be my next stop if they're lesser. Maybe we can see if I can handle them.
Well, I lost 3 good men. If you think you can compete with them, I'll hire you
I'd like
on.
to appraise his men currently.
Yeah. Give me an appraisal check. Or I'll take a profession merchant check. Mercantile.
My appraise is profession mercantile is higher, but with my helmet, let me check something.
I mean, you will get different answers. Always remember that. So.
Yeah. I'm just double checking my helmet. Nope, it doesn't give me bonus to appraise. I will go with. I was making sure because I want to get the best thing
No,
I
you're
can.
good. I just jammed my toe into a fucking thing. Go ahead.
Mercantile 24.
Oh, okay. Looking them up and down, um, each of them seem to be quite capable warriors as you kind of get a good eye for them. Kind of looking at their gear, measuring how they kind of hold themselves, the confidence they seem to step to when when one of the guards kind of bothers them and tells them to quiet down, scaring the guard away. You'd probably put the men here, if not equal level to you, probably a little bit higher in capability. These individuals probably are more of an elite unit of soldiers rather than your average city guards. Meaning they're probably like level 10 to 12, roughly.
They're minimum level 9 to upper level 13 is what I'd guess on.
Yeah.
But
Just
does
outside.
their gear look proper for demon hunting?
I will say
that-
all of their gear, from what you can tell, does do either good or evil aligned damage, and most of it seems to have some sort of demon material melded into it.
So no, then, because usually demons you need lawful.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
You are right about that.
They're built for devil hunting
Correct.
right now. Interesting.
Well,
Okay.
given the current state of your. I think I'm about equal in power. The only thing I could do is probably outfit myself a little better for them. So most likely it wouldn't be feasible.
He nods. Perfect. I'll tell you what. You take care of, you help me with this meeting with the treasure horns. You help me with this pitch. I'll not only take you back to the area to help you hunt and keep you alive, but I'll see what I can do about this priest. I can't promise I'll give you a result, but
As long
At
as
the
he's
joy-
no longer here, that's all I need.
he nods at that. That's fine. At the joy of watching Rollman sweat while he fights whatever creatures we're hunting when I stand at his back, I'm fully interested. As he kind of takes the beer and downs it.
Oh. Well then, we may as well see what your pitch is.
He looks at you and smiles and goes, "Ah, not tonight. I have other things to attend to first.
Of course.
I'll discuss with you tomorrow."
I will be on my ship in the evening, so you are free to come call upon me there. I'll be back in town in the morning.
No bother about coming back into town on your own. I'll call upon you once the deed is needed. She kind of looks at you, gives you kind of a side glance. Almost, and you get the sense that he's daring
Sense
you to
motive.
challenge. You don't really need a sense motive with the look on his face. This seems to be almost an order, not really a negotiation. If you want a sense motive, feel free.
Yeah, I want to because I've played this as best I can, I think, otherwise.
What are you trying to figure out? What are you trying to sense?
I'm trying to get a sense as to how likely he is to actually backstab me at this point.
Okay.
No offense, this is Alfred Stone I'm dealing with.
You're not
While he
wrong.
rolls, can I call, and if I'm right, will Ham understand?
Sorry, what was that?
While he rolls, can I make a call of what he's doing, and if I'm right, Ham will understand?
What do you mean a call?
I want to call out what I think he's doing here.
Yeah, feel free.
He's making a power move on calling James in, so James will look like a subordinate.
Oh, there. Go ahead and roll your thing. I'll answer your thing afterwards. 17.
17.
Ham's right. It makes him look more influential amongst the kingdom if he has not only you but whoever else you are working with, basically talking and working under him. It's not really a misunderstanding that Alfred Stone is not a diplomatic individual. So it is a show of force and power that he has taken someone who is opposite him and gotten them to speak on his behalf. However, to your question, this does answer to the why he wouldn't want to backstab you. He has no reason in wanting to stab you because it would make him look weaker because it makes it look like he's acknowledging you as a threat. You are strong or sit perfectly safe as long as he is in a strong position, basically.
All right. Well, to make sure I can get your spiel across as well as my own, I hope you will at least send a messenger as to who you're hoping to back.
Oh, my candidates? I'm in a toss-up, actually, and that's what I want to consider tonight. Maybe you can shed some light on it. Of course, I would love to back myself, but no one would take that, and I'm not going to even try and suggest it. My clan has power, but politics being as it is, I'd have to marry, and I'm not interested.
And not too many clans that are standing seem that valuable. To you, at least.
If they start a war and give me something to kill, I'm happy with it. Currently, my toss-up is between Skarlokin and Bronzebeard. Bronzebeard has come to me offering me deals if I manage to offer up yourself, to them. Of course, this was before the youngsters took power, so I don't know if that deal still stands. And Skarlokin just makes sense to me. I have friends amongst their ranks, and they speak well of the leader who isn't afraid to back down, or is not afraid to stand his ground, rather.
I actually sent off a messenger to inform Bronzebeard I planned on backing him, as well.
Did you know?
Yes. That is why Syndra is not with me.
I figured they were dead by now.
No, they decided to be volunteer more or less for this, as I wanted to ensure that someone would eventually stay behind watching the homeland, because I am tired of cleaning up messes that I don't need to.
It's good to know. I'll make sure to call upon her when things get dire. And I'll send a word of alliance for future negotiations. Should any battles pop up, I'm always happy to assist.
I've also sent off a message to possibly get Hugstari from House Grolokin to wed to Syndra.
That'd be quite a difficult task.
Possibly, but with the head of the family disliking him so heavily,
True.
maybe a plausible move.
Yes, but there's plumbing issues there in that relationship. You don't know much about the Skurlokans, do you?
I went away from the homeland for a few years, so I can't say I've kept with the politics, no.
Well, the one you're looking to marry off is a full-on sword swallower.
Player knowledge help?
That means
fuck?
it means he's gay. It's an old way of
He's
saying that
gay.
the guy is a bottom.
This is perfect!
Yeah, it's an old way of saying that the dude likes to suck dick.
Hey, James, you could marry him. Good luck.
Man, great idea.
Well, technically Syndra is Grom.
He looks at you and goes, "Oh, and I'll make sure to really call on him. I think he owes me a favor."
Oh, don't be too harsh on him. We're also dealing with some internal strife of our own, but that's none for you to worry.
He just looks at you as he takes a sip of his ale and goes, as he kind of stops and puts down and goes, "You really don't know when to shut up, do you?"
Oh, I've played the fool quite well. I may be seeping into other places, but I'd say backing Bronzebeard would be your better choice, given what he wants to do.
And like a snake in the ear, I'll take that under consideration, but given the way you've displayed your information, you'll understand if I'm not. What's the term you merchants use? Obligated in any way to take it under consideration.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, be gone. I'm tired. I appreciate your advice, but my drinks need to flow, and I've had a long day.
I'll give a nod and walk away.
As you start to turn to walk, you hear as the glass kind of slams slightly. It kind of causes you to pause as he looks over and goes, "By the way, before you go, who's the beast folk?"
He is a bodyguard I hired before Syndra left, named Ham.
Looks over at Ham, looks you up and down. Ham, you can feel his eyes kind of appraising you, as almost like a warrior does, as he kind of looks you up and down and goes,
I bow slightly, like a monk bow.
"You know anything about gnolls?"
What language are you speaking?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they speaking Dwarvish
He is
the entire
speaking.
time?
No, he is speaking common as he speaks to Ham.
Damn it! A bit.
He nods and goes, "You know anything about Knoll princes and princesses? I've not been given a description of what this guy that I'm looking for looks like. I was told he's hiding up amongst the treasure horn court, and he's some ugly-looking little bastard for our Knoll, but I don't know what a good-looking Knoll is. They look like dogs to me. And, I mean, you're a beast folk, so maybe you can shed some light."
Time to use the truth to my advantage. The prince is dead. Has been for months, years.
Nods and goes, "So they set me on a fucking goose hunt. Okay. I might
Yes,
kill
the
Roland."
The entire royal family of them was actually wiped out. As far as we know, there's not a single one left.
"James, I'll pay you whatever you want for Rollman. Just give me his head. I'll put some hair on it. It should work."
I can't do that, but there is a madman apparently on the outskirts of the city somewhere trying to cast a spell. You might be able to do that too.
"Oh, trust me, I've heard about the job. I'm not interested. I've got my nobles don't dirty their hands with petty work."
There was a that had a servant that looked like a gnoll in town.
Looks over at him and goes, "A lich," he says. He switches back to common. "What was this lich's name by chance?"
Oh shit!
Pork.
Was his
He
name
was called Pork.
Yeah, Pork was the name you were given.
I doubt it was his real name, but he went by Pork.
Nods at that and he goes, "You know, I think his show's still in town." Kind of stands
Yes.
up as he downs the rest of his deep ale as he looks at you, and his men
In
seem
fact,
to start to stand.
He should be here for the next 4 days if nothing changes.
"You know, James, I'll see you in the morning." "Oh,"
Have a funny.
as he walks up
I
to
wish
you.
you a great time on the town.
As you say this, you feel his arm on your shoulder as he gets up right next to you, slightly taller than you, as he looks down at you and goes, "Oh, by the way, tell Rollman I could see him when he snuck out the door. He's not that still hidden." As he starts to walk past, and his men seem to kind of lightly shoulder budge Ham, not really caring about him giving any resistance.
Just a little drip of info, and they do what you want. It's beautiful.
And you see as Alfred and his crew kind of start to turn and head further there into the city, disappearing into the darkness. As Rollman, you see for a second they look out and seem to look at you as they walk out of the tavern, not pausing, and then just kind of turns as if he was just inspecting the random shadows around you. But you get the weirdest feeling you were just glared down.
What an interesting person.
Give James a
walking
smile.
out now.
Give James a smile. Did I do well?
Ham, you've earned a fucking bonus.
As James's entire body relaxes suddenly. I assume you two kind of follow out after a moment to go find Rollman.
Oh yeah, I give it about 3. I give it about 3 breaths and then walk out as soon as I've seen him walk away, because we were at the door.
Yeah.
I fucking love Stone's gonna realize that Beast Folk, at least what he thinks of Beast Folk, and Knolls look almost fucking identical.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And they also look a lot like awakened animals, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah, they all look similar to each other.
Well, it's a common joke of a thing of there's not enough of a distinction because there's not been enough research that most people don't know the difference because literally as far as they know the Knolls just became a nation, so.
Yeah, but now he's gonna think a 4-fingered thing is a Knoll,
Yep.
not dog.
Yep.
And he's gonna take fucking Cabbage's head back.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it's great.
Or Porks. But as you
Or
kind of
both.
come out of the tavern, feeling the cool, chilly air from the light summer day, it's still kind of warmer out, but it's definitely chillier. You see as Rollman, I assume at this point, is kind of getting up and coming over to meet the party.
Yeah, I've heard stuff gone or whatever.
So Roland,
What-
how
yeah.
was the shop over there?
It's an old acquaintance shop. It's Eagle, so I think we should probably go away.
Slow blink. There's a madman in the city. that isn't, related to all the cult, all the God fucking damn it.
I mean, they could be related to it. We don't know. So I'd probably want to go away from here before he comes out.
No, Igu is crazy in a very special way. Last I remember.
Yeah, in a bad
I believe
special
we
way,
last
because
heard him
it always
riding a
ends in
bear
our
out of Dragon's Crown.
detriment.
Roman remembering the poisoning of the city as he was running out of this when he was leaving. Yeah, or almost getting you guys killed when he tried to send you on that quest.
So I'll start leading us in
Yeah,
a direction
we're
of
heading to
the
the ship.
Yeah.
So, what did you discuss?
With any luck, Bronzebeard. Well, Alfred will be supporting Bronzebeard with us, and we will have a meeting with my dear uncle tomorrow.
Okay. That's it. Like I said, that's it. You didn't say anything else.
He tried to get me to sell you. Didn't.
Oh, well, that was probably expected.
Also, Frostspire has been turned into a demon playground, essentially.
Well, that makes sense. There was a whole demon explosion thing.
And we may get to go hunting there for a bit.
That'll give us favor for the nation, which I believe it should.
Most likely, I mean, lesser demons are still a problem. They took out. If you saw the people with him, they took out 3 of equivalent, and they're all stronger than me on average. Meaning there are about 3 of you that lost.
Did you ask if they fought in groups, fought on their own?
Didn't get that much info because I do not wish to piss off him.
I guess that's fair.
Given the last person that pissed him off is luckily still my best friend and standing beside me, but has a permanent threat of head up ass.
As you pass the guards kind of saying this kind of quietly, you know one of them kind of catches this and just kind of gives the other a look like, what the fuck are they talking about as you pass through?
Adventuring things, you wouldn't understand.
Merchant dealings, don't worry about it. There's a brothel.
I was gonna say, Ham just standing in the back, kind of watching everything as you two are conversing, Roland kind of taking the front as watching everyone coming and approaching. As Ham just kind of sees a slight little notice between the two guards.
Does Ham question this talk at all?
Ham doesn't want to know.
Ham doesn't know. He doesn't care.
Ham doesn't want to know.
He doesn't
No.
want to know.
Dude, the day you guys have had, I mean, at this point, I don't think Ham would want to know more.
True.
We are kind of at the point where, yeah, Ham doesn't need to know more at the moment. He shouldn't. I fully agree.
You guys got killed.
Well, are we even equipped to fight demons effectively? What do you know
It'll
of
take
them?
me a little bit of time, but essentially we are. We have a line weapon, scrolls, and I can cast the spell as it is.
No. I guess I'm just gonna interject common sense. No 2 beings of even the same type are alike. They could all have different resistances.
I see.
The different alignments.
It'd be something we would have to check and see, because they're more likely to be weak to their opposing alignment, if I'm correct on that.
Give me a
Right,
knowledge
Ham?
history, James.
I mean, with just how alignments work, not weak, non-resistant to their opposing alignments.
Yeah.
So I think you're missing something, and I know Ham won't say anything because Ham has no reason to know this, so...
Nope.
I'm gonna give you a chance here. Never mind! I'll give you this. If you want to go look, you know lesser demons are written in the book and how
Yeah.
talked about. All I'll give you is, as far as they are described, many of them are listed as lesser demons, as weaker versions of the old demons, but some have also been described as those with demonic bloodlines that were awakened. So as something just to think about.
Oh.
That isn't just
James is now a
normal
lesser
demons,
demon.
but these could be adventurers with demon powers that have just gone mad. That's what I want to kind of point to James. I won't give you
So
specifics,
James is
but
technically a lesser demon.
yes, as of right now, you are technically, and that is very rare amongst the nobles, and actually usually is hunted or hated by a few houses, as you already know that from one. I think it's House Mithrobone and their.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out where in the book it is.
I think you just type in lesser demon, it might show up.
It might. I was gonna say it might be, and it may not be in World Animal fully yet. It might be in the demon lore. A demon
which I don't
folklore.
have full access to, but I'll dig through it later. James will check the records.
Well, with a 6, I can't give you much more than basically what is.
Oh
that.
yeah, no, I'm gonna say James. I'd assume that there'd probably be some books on it, and James has amassed history books and
Yeah.
got some of the books, so.
Oh yeah, you've been picking one up at every city as they've been updating.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
checking that would be technical.
As you lot are kind of walking, and as Ham kind of interjects that wisdom about about fighting demons, something no one seems to question why Ham happens to know fighting demons.
I saw the holy artifact on his hands. I'm not questioning shit
I
with
mean,
this man.
Okay, thanks.
Experienced fighter.
At like any other species, and like their resistances are all different.
Mhm.
Like a fire salamander to a frost salamander, you know?
Yep. And what'd you say, Roland?
He's an experienced fighter from my point of view.
That's
he might have fought
true.
one before.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. But as you kind of continue on through the forested path, heading back to the ship, is there anything else you guys would like to discuss before you kind of get to the ship?
If he decides to back Bronzebeard, I should be fine to just give the regular pitch I was going to, as I know a certain somebody isn't going to be welcome to the idea of being king and won't show up.
Do another question.
Even-
Was Offerstone aware of my presence?
Oh, absolutely. He could smell you.
Damn. Unfortunate.
He also saw you leave.
Well, you can see invisible creatures. That's good to know. I'm writing
his
that
own
down for my eventual fight with this guy.
Oh, yeah. Taking all these notes. Hey, to be fair, you're the most well-educated on him at this point.
He also had two daggers, one that looked like it was made of emerald, the other made of a dark metal, and a black metal axe on his back. That was not made for killing cleanly like I make your weapons. It was meant to brutalize.
Okay.
Oh, and his armor was worth more than mine.
Well, that's interesting.
Meaning, it's most likely more powerful, given it was just leather.
I covered James' mouth.
James, you feel a furry paw over your mouth.
Slow look at...
Hush. Just keep walking.
I'm looking around now. I'm curious what Ham has
Don't
spotted.
look. He'll know he was
Okay,
seen.
well now that you say don't look, I won't look.
Roll and give me a search check to see if you can catch anything like out of in your peripherals.
My peripherals are also
James
time
keeps
affected.
walking, and
remember
I
correctly.
will...
Yep, I remember.
Is there anyone moving within 20 feet of us?
No.
Okay.
Roloman, you do see, for a moment, for a millisecond, you see what looks to be 4 large, like almost orc-like creatures standing in the trees with axes bared that had some nasty-looking designs to them. Armor that looked well designed, like similar to James's in quality, as they seem to then just, as soon as you see them disappear, they're like almost the shadow, or their bodies turning to shadow and seeming to be absorbed back behind you. Your immediate assumption is someone was using a spell or summon that kind of comes to mind that just canceled out.
Interesting. Well, I'm prepared to fight if we have to fight, but let's keep walking. Anything we should know, Ham?
The one that was originally following us is dead, and another person killed them and is now following us. They serve that guy we were just talking to.
Alright, well, I will finish this conversation.
Don't finish
when we
saying
have...
anything.
As you kind of continue seeing the ship only a little bit further ahead, as you kind of not speeding up, but kind of keep your walking to a specific to the speed you're at to kind of maintain. Ham, the guy seems to stay at a massive distance, about 90 feet back, roughly, and seems to be kind of watching specifically James. As you guys get up to the ship, though, he seems to stop. Watch as the winch gets pulled down, as Roughbloods wave to you lot and begin to bring you up, and then seems to turn and head back into the city.
Okay.
Once we're back on the ship, I'm gonna look and ask, is Glimmerrock returned yet?
You see Rough Blood look over at you and goes, "No, boss, he's been missing all day. Did send a letter though. Left it in the quarters."
All right.
Oh, I'm on letter
Ham,
printer now. Damn.
it's time for a special job. Come with me.
Oh wait, no, you give it to Ham. I don't think Ham can read, but
No, but he's gonna open it if it's gonna explode.
It's fucked up.
Do you say that out loud?
No.
What the fuck?
Jesus,
Ham, I
dude.
need you with me in case this is gonna be something bad. Roland, you'll be opening it. Come on.
I've been promoted to letter opening duty.
You hear a light clap from one of the Rough Blood as you walk off.
Oh, it was sarcasm. It was
I
sarcasm.
really need to hire a secretary who
You
can
know,
defuse
you know
bombs.
the best. The one who can check the letter the best for traps is James himself, because it's magic we usually check for.
Mm-hmm.
The fucker himself is the one that can see the best.
100%.
Yeah.
Merchants be merchants, you know.
Oh yeah.
I'll open the
Well,
letter or
actually,
inside
I'm
the
going to be
quarters.
doing something because there is a very fun little thing.
Yeah, as you head into the captain's quarters, kind of opening, closing it. No one seemed, other than the letter being delivered. It looks like there's no sign of anybody else having come in or tampered with anything. As you look
Great.
about.
As my one nice evil eye glows and it activates detect magic, as I look at the letter.
Ooh, okay. Add your points.
I added the point already because I was like, I have to. I'm not about to be stupid with this.
It has no magic upon it.
Alright, no magic. So, we should be
Okay.
fine.
Can I
Open
sniff
the
the
letter.
letter? Can I sniff?
Okay.
Yeah,
You
go
just say
ahead.
that I'm not gonna open it yet.
Give me a survival check.
Let's see. I have a +9 to this. This should be fine. 21. It's not bad.
21. Okay. As you kind of sniff at, you can tell whoever wrote this was having beef made like steak, medium rare, with a light seasoning to it, bit of salt, pepper. You recognize the sense of. There's something slightly fishy in it. You guess maybe like a crayfish, maybe a lobster of some sort. Light butter used upon it. There's definitely a deep ale was used, but there is no sense of poison.
Give Roman a thumbs up.
The ink, I will say, as you do recognize, is from Dragon's Crown. It's a vintage 1933.
Wait, you drink ink so you know they're vintage? My god!
No, he sniffs ink. What do you mean?
Yeah. That's actually their vice, you know.
As James will look at Rolf and go, it's safe for me to open from my accounts.
Yeah, I give a thumbs up.
I opened the letter. Man, this is a lot more safety than we gave Syndra.
Syndra did all this herself.
As you open the
Yeah,
letter,
exactly.
nothing seems to happen.
I read the letter first.
Okay. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break because the letter hasn't loaded and I'm still waiting. So I'm going to use this to go to the restroom and we'll be back in a moment for those watching at home. Right? Alright, we are back. Apologies for that quick break. As you open the letter, it reads simply from Glimmerrock. Dear James, I do apologize. I have found myself into a situation. I will be returning around the King's Moot. I have to deal with something that will ensure your goals continue to be achieved as you had asked. As far as information I've gathered, I have learned that the Treasure Horns are doing some dark dealings, and this has gathered my attention. A protection of someone who I care about in the city is needed, and I hope you'll understand the temporary need to step away. Otherwise, you'll see included at the bottom of this letter, with a hidden little section, a bunch of notes that I collected exactly on the task you had sent. Feel free to read them, and if you're not James, enjoy them burning once you touch them. Good luck. As Roland quickly moves his fingers away from the little cut in the paper.
Yeah, I don't touch it.
James will reach for the paper, take the letter.
You just take it out of my hands? Damn.
I'm reaching for it as though waiting for
Patience, Cameron. I ain't stupid.
You think James can grab it out of your hands? Look how short he is.
That's also true. I'm just holding above your
That's
head.
it. I'm kneecapping both of them. I'll
Oh, do it. Try to hit me.
After reading it, I will hand it over to James to read.
Okay.
I'll read the same thing, and then I will unfold the portion and hope to God it hasn't burned.
As you look in, it is slightly singed, but is not from Roland. It seems someone else has touched this letter, from what you can tell.
God.
As you start to kind of pull out the information, if I remember correctly, and I want to make sure my notes are right, this was you were asking what was going on inside the city with Treasure Horn and the Temple of Dracothax, correct?
Yeah, because we had some light information that it was fully a cult.
Yep.
Know more about that than I want to now, and that my uncle was doing absolutely nothing to stop it, which is bad
Well,
regardless.
Not just doing nothing, but he had joined them.
So
Yeah.
you do see what is basically a bank notes for deposits noted from the Dracothax Temple to the House of Treasurehorn, indicating that they were bribing the Treasurehorns to set up their temple without any issues or requirements when building it. There
Ouch.
is a document in there that says it was taken. It was also forcibly taken over with full plans as battle plans as you look through. Of the previous owner of the temple was a member of house or of the servants of Sarazeki. And this seems to have been seized, not recently, but within the last year. The last thing that you see in there is a bit of information about House Treasurehorn that, as you read through it, seems to indict them in the selling and enslaving of the House Frostbuster, as well as the endorsement of the destruction of Clan Frostfury.
Oh, Uncle, you fucked the pooch. As I will fold up that information
What?
and store it away.
I don't like thing.
James, that's just a common kind of folding the paper up, letter up.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
I think that's an old Gorman saying. I don't know what it means.
Yes, it means one who lays with animal.
Look,
Doesn't translate.
Ham's hand is covering his butt cheeks. He's not.
It's a lot of fluff to cover.
It appears as I look around. I'm gonna just ask. We're in the captain's quarters with the door shut.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody else trying to sneak a peek in here?
Not from what you can tell. No, your crew's going. As you look out, your crew's going about their day.
It appears my uncle was also complacent in the selling of my other clan, and, well, trying to screw over Syndra. When it comes to destroying Clan Frostfury.
Are you gonna talk to him about that?
Oh no, I'm gonna hand off the information to somebody who's probably gonna get a little pissed that it means less fighting power, eventually.
Oh, you're
And use it as leverage, most likely, to...
the meeting.
Well, to get him to move as I want him to.
Okay.
As the Lost Frostbuster, I now have empiric evidence that, well, he's fucked me over quite a bit, and broken the law.
Well, you have someone claiming that they have evidence
That's
that he's
true.
broken.
This is as good as Glitterlock's word.
You do
You what?
see the documents.
Unless there's official documents.
I was gonna say these are official documents. These are signed documents with
okay.
like information.
Never mind.
That works.
Granted,
Who,
right now
who
I'm the
best
only
would
one that
you
can
give
touch
this
them because they
to
seem
reveal it to maximum effect?
Well, either at the King's Moot, I hand it off to the new king and ask for rights to take the clan. Or I leave it with Alfred Stone and let him just, do what he will do.
Why do you want to get so buddy-buddy with Alfred Stone?
Right now, matter of safety. People are less likely to try to attack me given what I currently am, if I am noted as an ally of Alfred Stone. And he's less likely to harm me or anyone under me, as long as I prove useful.
Well, then that just becomes Alfred Stone's agenda and not yours.
I mean, if goals align, goals align. I'm not going to bow. I've already proven that before.
As soon as you don't, though. And
As soon
then
as I
for
don't,
enemies
I won't be in
again.
the country anymore. He'll have to spend more time and effort hunting me down than it would be worth.
These politics make my head hurt. I'd rather just punch people.
Now you understand why I didn't like them in the first place.
Yeah, but you grew up with it. You understand it more than I do.
I walk over, pull off the book of noble history that is about the size of James's upper torso, and
Yeah,
set it on
see?
the desk. I didn't read this the first time. At least not thoroughly. I skimmed it.
At least you skimmed it. I don't even know what's in there. Ham,
Puts
you
it
are,
back on the fucking shelf and watches it bow again.
you know, what
Huh?
you said. Or how are your politics skills?
Well, I've served in a royal court all my life.
Oh. Do you have any
Which
advice for
is-
our dear James?
I
I
don't
have an
think you
idea.
know about no politics.
Well, I'm
General
sure
politics, I should probably talk less.
Now,
there was some universal understanding, I assume.
as a lawful good person, I would never recommend using a copy of those documents to blackmail the Lord tonight before tomorrow so he knows to turn your side. I would never say that because I'm far too good of a person. However, someone theoretically could do that.
Sam kind of
Yes, but who
strokes
do I
his
have
chin.
that could? Who do I have that could willingly sneak into a place to deliver such a missive?
Well, if you had a dexterous enough person who had deniability of what was in the document,
I would like you both to leave the office for a bit.
yes, of course.
Okay. Great.
As you two are
Hey,
kind
would
of
you like to go train a little bit?
yeah, Roman, as you head down to your room just to go get your sparring in.
As James makes a copy and a blackmail letter up immediately.
Alright. Ham, what are you doing?
Please stand guard.
I'm
at
on the
door.
look. I'm on the lookout, like off the ship. Like I'm on the ship. I'm looking off the ship because I don't trust that someone else isn't gonna try to sneak out after that fucking shadow dude.
Okay, give me another spot check.
Okay, let's see. 5 plus 18, 23.
23. As you watch kind of the trees shake and the shadows move, nothing catches your attention that seems to be watching you.
It's good.
Alright, James, so what's the plan?
I'm making a copy of the documents
Okay.
and writing a missive of, "Dear Uncle, it's good to finally speak. It'll be good to speak with you soon." And then straight into blackmail.
Just writes blackmail on it,
Ruthless.
big black letters.
No,
I mean,
I
hey, that's a pretty
understand that
powerful
you've
move
had
right
some
there.
dealings with some things that you shouldn't have had your hand in. And I have the evidence of it, and I'm willing to make it vanish for a reasonable accommodation of yours. You'll find out tomorrow, and you will side with me, regardless of what it may cost you.
And you're going to attach the copied documents?
Yep, and fold them all up,
Okay.
put my seal on them, and go out and say, "Ham, I have a letter for you to take somewhere."
Ah, yes, of course.
Okay.
As I hand it to him, make sure it gets into the hands of someone who will take it to my dear uncle. It's been a while. I wanted to just make sure he would have the time for us tomorrow.
I met one of his secretaries. I can gladly get this in for you.
Thank you so much.
As Ham is, I assume, going on an adventure.
Yep, just off to deliver a letter.
Adventure.
Okay.
It's just a letter.
As
That's all he
you
has.
as you head down, so where are you going in the city as you head towards the city? I will say the gates are going could be locked, so I've got questions on how you plan
And
to
he
get
can
in.
get over them.
I can climb walls.
All right, give me a climb check because as you get there, the city will be closed off to someone of your status.
I do have a masterwork climber's kit.
Oh shit!
+2, baby.
I did prepare for this.
You'll have to give me a
Do
move
you like all those
silently as well
walls?
once you do
Climbing
it.
time.
That'll be a 24 for climb.
Okay, and then move silent.
Yeah, be surprised. I'm supposed to be good at this. Plus 12.
Fluffy
That'll be
feet.
that'll be a 28.
Okay. So success on both as you kind of find yourself grappling up, climbing up the side of the wall. As you get over, managing to dodge out of the way of the guards that are kind of patrolling, as they don't seem to notice you as you go above their heads. The old tradition, no one ever seems to look up. As you find yourself over the city walls, walking through a blackened city. I mean, at this point, it's like about 1 a.m. There's no businesses open. People are starting to kind of stumble home from the taverns. Or sorry, are finishing like stumbling home from the taverns. Where we head?
What was the building I went to last time where the chick made clear, oh, the Lord's not having meetings before I even said anything?
The gilded. I think you went to the Gilded Kelpie. Because you were going
Yeah,
to the yeah.
she was the one telling people that the Lord wasn't meeting with anyone.
Correct.
So, I mean, I have a target. Apparently,
Yeah.
that's where he is.
All right. As you head there, seeing the businesses, lights are the sign is no longer glimmering or lit up. The castle or the large beautiful building seems to almost be dead on the inside. No candlelight, no light really whatsoever. As you walk up, the doors seem closed. What's the plan?
I'm off to find a high up window or
All
scale the
right.
building.
Give me a search check.
Back on the boat, I'm reading some books.
Yeah, just don't worry, I'm doing my thing. 21.
21. Come. All right. As you look around, finding I assume you're looking for one of the windows to try and find someone of importance, or are you just trying to get in the building?
Whichever comes first.
Okay. You do see about 4 feet up. 40 feet up, rather. There is a window that is open with a draft kind of coming through. You would assume due to the height and where how decorative the curtains are, this is probably someone of high status, given what you've seen. About 20 feet to your right and about 20 feet up seems to be a short or another window that looks to be it's going into the offices from what you had seen of the layout of the place.
Hmm. High status works. There's a chance an office worker will just open it in the morning.
That's true.
Which
That's
is
true.
not good.
All right, give me your climb or your well, let's see. Is there a check for throwing the thing? Double check. It's been a minute since I've
I think throwing things is strength, which I'm not doing.
No, I know. I'm just checking something. I was seeing if there's like something specific. Okay, no.
I do not believe so.
Huh? No, yeah. I
I do
was
not believe so.
want to make sure. Yeah. No, give me another climb check. Let's see if you can get this thing going.
Of course, that'll be a 20. Not a nat, but
Okay.
a 20.
As you get the grapple hook going, throwing it up, and start get a good grasp on it, start pulling yourself up, and start climbing the walls. Takes you about a good 30 or so minutes to go up without being noticed. There seems, as you notice, there are wandering guard patrols that just don't seem, or do seem to be a little bit more active. Many of them patrolling at the different levels, and as you pass by a few windows, it comes close, but as I just rolled 3 nat ones, no cigar. Not the same character, just 3 different guard groups.
Cam just thinks security here sucks. Like,
I was hoping that 2 of those were on the same character, and he's just been struck blind permanently.
But as you climb up into the window, you do see there is a noble snowbeard seemingly sleeping in there, male by the looks of him with his long beard. What looks to be 2 figures seem to be kind of wrapped up one to either side around him. His desk, you do see a candle that's been used, and there's some documents that are kind of held down that are written in Dwarvish. That as you kind of look around the room, as well as a very fancy armoire with some very nice looking gear, some armor, and a nobleman's attire kind of sticking out.
would you call it sense motive to try and tell if, based on the room and him, that or knowledge nobility, I'll do either on if this guy's the Lord or if he's just a noble?
Yeah, give me a knowledge nobility, see if you recognize the individual.
22.
22. This is not the leader of the Treasure Horn clan. This is not a noble you have ever seen before or recognized. He just looks to be a very wealthy individual who has some sort of symbol on his chest, but you're not familiar with it.
Hmm. Well, my best. Well, I am curious about this document. When I look, do I see anything that would like a trap or anything to note people breaking into presence? I assume not, because they fucking left the window open 40 feet up. But I want to check.
Like you're checking the documents if they have a trap on them?
No, like before I fully jump into the room, making sure I'm not gonna like
Oh.
hit a tripwire. Bell's gonna ring.
Got you.
And,
Oh yeah, give me a
I feel
survival
like
check.
getting home alone and stepping
Yeah.
onto baubles.
that's the worst. I'm good at survival. Not the best, but I'm good. That's a nat 20 for a 29.
As you kind of sniff the air and kind of look about for any obvious signs of anything, there is no traps in this room. It looks like the dude, from what you can tell, he's a heavier set guy, probably was warm.
Okay. I mean, if they're asleep for my thing, I'm gonna go check it because it's as far as Ham's aware, I'm lawful good. The people in the city are criminals, so checking documents for evil doings isn't a bad thing
True.
at this point. So I'm gonna go check what the documents are.
Yeah. You gonna just look at the
Fine.
ones that are like on the desk that were next to the window.
Yeah.
Okay. Go. Do you don't know Dwarvish, right?
No. And
Okay.
if I can't read this, James is gonna get these, whatever they are.
Then give me a decipher script to see if you can figure out roughly what they say.
Yeah, looking for common words and stuff.
Hoping for a sense motive on the
Symbols
documents.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Dude,
These
right.
documents are evil. Know it. 17.
17. Okay. As you look them over, you do recognize some common words in here. Three things catch your attention: meeting, tomorrow, death.
Oh. Yeah, I'm taking this. Yeah.
As you kind of pick up, it's about 5 sheets as you kind of lightly roll it up. Looking at the the seal of sorts that as he has an actual wax seal set there. You do note or kind of take a quick stamp, I assume, of the seal just on the side of the document, so you can kind of show James.
Yeah, because I don't know who the fuck this is.
Yeah. Okay. So you kind of get a nice imprint in there. The wax is it's cooled, but it's not fully cold, given you kind of sense this was used probably within the last couple hours. As you kind of get it's a rough design, but you get it in there enough as you kind of put the papers away into your pack. All right. What else would you like to do?
I'm trying to think how to cover up my subterfuge. There was a put out candle, right?
Oh yeah.
Just knock that over.
Okay.
Make it look like someone was like rummaging through everything and not just. It's like I'm just grabbing random things because this guy's a criminal. He had a thing saying death.
Okay.
I'm making it look like someone really rucksacked the room while he was here to make it look more like a brigand or a thief than like a spy.
Yeah, as you kind of look about, you do see in the armoire as you walk around, moving a few things here and there, just kind of keeping it quiet. Also, give me a move silent while you're doing this.
Of course.
You do spot a very beautiful diamond that's about half the size of the ones you're used to seeing that James kind of keeps, but seems to glimmer with this almost like bluish liquid inside of it as it seems, or as you look at it, and it is beautiful. And 31, yeah, easily keeping yourself
trap.
quiet.
I was about to check if it was a trap, bud. Trust me, I'm not dumb.
Yeah. As you kind of look at the gemstone, you can give me a survival check to see if you spot, or you can give me a spot or a search check for traps. Either one.
I'll do survival because you offered 14 plus 9, 23.
23. As you look at it, It looks to be protected. You do see what looks to be a couple of markings that you recognize as arcane runes on the pieces of metal kind of holding the gemstone, this little glass case. As you look about, this thing is not pressure tested by the looks of the cage, but the glass itself seems to be magically enchanted with something as you look at it. But if you were going to be a brigand and coming here to steal something, that's definitely what you'd take.
How far is this from the window?
About a 20-foot, yeah, about 20 feet roughly.
Okay. At a dash speed of 240 feet, do I think I could smash it, grab the thing, get out before the guy probably wakes up enough to realize who I am?
It's an initiative check as far as it goes. I mean,
I
he
have
is
good
dead
initiative.
asleep, which does give him like a modifier. So
I have really good initiative.
Mhm.
Fuck it. Let's
Could
do
also be a
it.
smart brigand and take the entire case.
you could take the entire case. That is also true.
Yeah, but I'd have to grapple down with it,
That's also true.
Fair.
which I
Alright.
could try because I can probably grapple with one hand because I'm going down, not up. I just have to hold the thing while I grapple down. How heavy is the case? If I like looking at it, like roughly.
I mean, roughly, probably about 15, 20 pounds max.
I can do it. Fuck it.
She kind of like tests
Rep-
moving about to make sure there's no traps underneath it. And seems to not be
Yeah.
trapped.
Yeah, I'm just taking the case.
And a
We're going.
soft palm both sides. Give me, because we're gonna do a check for this. Just to see how like smooth this is. Um, you know, honestly, I guess for going down would be the climb check, but let's do. Give me a second. I'm thinking.
Double?
Sleight of hand. We'll do sleight of hand for the like making sure it doesn't fall.
Defend. Sure.
No, so true.
Let's see. I have a plus. Yeah, it's not great, but it could be worse. It'll be a 16.
16. Okay. And then the climb check was
I can roll that now. 19.
okay. As you kind of palm this thing and quietly start to back up, heading for the grappling hook to start climbing down. A few minutes goes by, or a few
And I
seconds.
will leave the blackmail letter, which I'm assuming just says 2 and whatever the Lord's name is. Because
Yes.
James said I could. Well,
It
yeah.
said to
I think that
the Lord and
I'm gonna have to leave that somewhere, right?
True.
Like,
there's another
I
open
just leave it
window.
on,
Give
like,
it to
the
the
side
office
desk.
workers.
yeah, I'll drop that one in the office because now I have fucking information and blackmail. This mission went way better than I thought. Yeah, I'll drop that in the office window on the way out. Why not?
Okay.
Because then that connects James to a crime that just happened.
With your climb check, yeah, I'll give it to you as you kind of navigate your way over to the other window, kind of putting the letter in the office, which as you look in is completely empty. It looks like actually an official office just to work in. There's some documents that look to be, from what you can tell from here, just math, and what looks to be a bunch of kind of few coins laid out on the desk that look to be kind of being counted. Otherwise, the room's pretty bare. Looks like your average office.
Good enough. I'll leave it on some desk.
Okay.
They'll figure it
On the
out.
desk with the coins, because that makes the most sense given that person.
Well, that's the
probably
only
should be
desk.
next to him.
As you
Okay,
kind of
good.
climbs in, kind of puts it down, and kind of looks about, not seeing really any magic items, no portraits, no nothing. Kind of finding yourself back out the window and climbing back down. Give me a spot check as you're climbing back down.
Let's see, it's at 11. I have a plus 18, 29.
Okay. As you manage to get down, watching some of the guards and managing to time their routes after a few moments, you do catch that they're on a time route, but they are smartly switching it up. As you notice, it's about every 2 or 3 minutes they seem to do a full run around the entire building, but they seem to vary it up to 4 to 5, about every roughly, as you realize, 2 runs, kind of keeping that in
Yeah.
mind. But as you get down and find yourself climbing out and heading back to the ship, we're going to cut back real quick for a moment. James and Roland, as Roland's training for the night and kind of doing his thing, Roland, do you have anything you wanted to do otherwise while Ham's off on his adventure?
I'll check on the crew,
Okay.
see how they're doing.
Yeah, as you head out, kind of talking to a few of the crew members, give me a charisma check. And actually, rather, give me a gather information check.
So that's not any better.
Oh, well, I tried.
Oh, it's one better! Yay!
Oh, hell yeah.
I have 1 rank in gather information. Hey, yeah.
11!
11.
Fantastic. The crew seems to overall, as you find, is mostly high morale. A few people seem to be worried about Glitter Rock, not Glimmer Rock to be very clear. But otherwise, most of the crew seems to be in pretty high spirits, eating well, relaxing, enjoying the fact they don't really have to do anything.
Cool.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Roland, or was there anything specific you were trying to find out from the crew?
No, just checking the general.
Okay.
Like, if there's anything off or anything like that.
Not as of yet, and thankfully no extra crew members or any weird crew members
Good.
acting off.
I'm
As
tired
you
of that
kind of
shit.
make sure, yeah. Kind of now knowing all of their faces well, it makes it a lot harder at this point. Okay. As you kind of go about palling around with the crew, enjoying dinner, basically, or a late night snack with them, the few that are still up, James, is there
Yep.
anything you'd like to do?
I will grab the most recent printout from the most recent book from the collective, so I can look up the lesser demon information and go about. I'll say hi to the crew, make sure everyone knows that Glitter Rock is okay. He just has a family emergency that he went to take care of,
Okay. All right.
and that he will be meeting up with us in a few months, given that the severity of what he found out.
Okay. As you,
I would.
okay.
I can roll diplomacy for that if you'd like.
Yes. Go ahead and roll me a diplomacy, and then also roll me a knowledge history as you look up in the book.
Da, 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 da. 20 for the diplomacy.
Okay.
Fucking 5 for the book.
I mean, unfortunately, James, this is the old copy, and you don't have the latest, as you realize, with all the little extra notes and stuff. You didn't get the limited edition one. That was the problem.
I'll have to buy it tomorrow when we're in town.
As you realize. However, you do convince your crew, and they do seem to respond quite well, as many of them seem to excitedly ask you about your day and kind of seem to mostly seem to kind of gather around you as they chat and joke and have a good time.
It's good to talk to them. My family.
After though
family now.
about an hour or so though of you two kind of hanging out with the crew, you do see as Ham reappears a little bit wet from a light rain that has started at this point, now being 2 a.m. in the morning. Ham, you are have cold slightly, but otherwise, I mean, you came back without much of an issue.
I'm built for snow, not rain. It's uncomfortable, but it's fine.
As he shakes and
Ham
the water
holding a
goes
fucking
flying.
diamond in his hands. I found this.
Well,
No, don't worry about it.
Were you followed?
No.
I will check.
I, as far as Ham's concerned, I rolled a really high spot.
Yep, I can
Like-
confirm you were not followed. As far as it
Yeah.
goes.
I'll
However,
check
if you want to
just
check Rollman, yeah, heading upstairs, give me a search check.
Okay. Never hurts to be cautious.
It's true, as I assume James and Ham kind of follow you upstairs as well, the light rain coming in.
Oh, well, never
Rollman,
think I see much.
you're tired, man. Your eyes are dreary. It's been a long fucking day. You know, there's nothing out there. It's just shadows and darkness.
Okay.
As I'll lead us back to the captain's quarters and ask him for a breakdown of what the heck happened. Why do you have a gem?
No, boss. The criminals made some donations to our cause.
It's
Set
canon.
it
Like,
there. I'll identify it in a minute.
Yeah, I put the box down. I hand James the document,
Okay.
the 5 documents that I collected, and I'm like, I found this.
As I
In
start reading.
as I'll also put down the mark.
Okay. As you look
I'll
at the mark, go ahead and give me a
Yeah.
knowledge nobility or a knowledge history.
I will go with knowledge history.
Okay.
And I'm tired of rolling low.
So is Rollerman.
Kind of sucks.
So James charges himself with a little bit of magic.
Nice.
I'm glad I did
As you kind of look at the mark, it's not a sigil you recognize, which tells you it's very old or it's very obscured. However, as you look it over, it does bear the mark of a cracked mountain.
I'll compare it
that-
to the history book that I have for nobility later. See if I can find
Does-
something then.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that mean there could be a fallen house?
Well,
This is out of
it's
character.
poss-
Like,
it's possible, but also there have been sigils throughout, from how it's been described, the history showing cracked things. There's a few with cracked skulls even.
I will say this does not bear the similar mark, to make very clear. This is not cracked or shattered house. This is a sigil that specifically
Yeah.
seems to be based around a cracked mountain. So
Yeah, so this is
it's not an exiled
slightly
or dead, or it is not an exiled or defeated house, is what to be very clear. So to Ham's question out of character, yes, this possibly could be a fallen house or a vanished house that could be of value to James, depending on who they are.
Yeah, so I will compare that, and then I look at the documents, reading.
Yeah, give me a decipher script. As the handwriting, as you look at it, is about as legible as Doctor's handwriting.
Did I put? I didn't. God damn it! If I
Basically,
can't
a
read
share of
them
how
now,
long it takes for you to read it, basically.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it.
charge myself with magic to get this done fast.
Man, you need to stop rolling low. It doesn't. It takes you a little bit as you kind of read through. Thankfully, a lot of the math helps you along. As you read this, there's 2 things that catch your attention. One, this is an accounting ledger. Basically, is what you found, an old accounting ledger that from about 2-3 months ago. And as you notice, it clearly shows that the Gilded Kelpie company, as well as the Treasure Horns, are putting money into a house called Mountain Cracker. And as you read that name, you recognize that as also one of the 10 founding houses, similar to Viper Axe of the Snowbeards.
They're reviving dead clans, more or less, or lost clans.
To James's own knowledge, these houses hold as much strength and power, or well, as far as name goes, as the Venkos or the Mescuses of the world or of this nation. So these are the first founding families.
Yeah, and I'm apparently related to 2 of them. One of them being
Yes, correct.
Beadmancer's lineage, and then the Frost lineage.
Correct.
Mm.
But as you
What's
look,
it say?
oh, go ahead. Sorry, Roland.
What's it say?
It's an accounting ledger. They've been pouring money
That's
into
pretty boring.
old clan, one of the 10 foundings, Mountain Cracker, as I tap the sigil.
As you note this and looking at the numbers, kind of doing it in your head, it's around about 10 million gold pieces have been invested into what you realize are arms, armors, and castles But none of the areas, none of the smiths, none of the names of the locations, none of it makes sense. You've never heard of any of these places. They don't. There's not names that have ever been mentioned on any map. As you kind of look them up and down, Deep Silk Port, Crab Haven, Ghana Pool. None of them kind of catch your attention as anything you've seen as of recent. Though, as you start to think, Ghana Pool does kind of come to mind that you've heard that name before.
Yeah, I have.
Where the money's
Got
going,
it.
or that's where the money is coming from?
Going and coming out of, because the
Going
money
to
seems to
and
be
coming out
going,
of.
and then crafts and materials are coming out of, as well as castles seem to be in that area, as it states. This is, from what James you can see, almost a massive international chain of
Yeah, because
undermarket
Ghana Pool
money.
is the
Port town.
territory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the port town of the Anvil.
Yep, and to your knowledge, there are no dwarves over in that territory, or
And
anywhere
especially
near.
no smiths.
Mm-hmm. But it says that there's money going there, coming out, gears coming in and out of there, and a bunch of other places. As you count, about 15 towns in total. That most of them you've never heard of, other than Ganapool.
This could be the key to an international incident. Fucking great.
She kind of.
Stubborn idiots. As James will fold up the documents to make copies of later, because apparently this room is not safe at all.
Okay.
And store them on his person, and then look to the diamond, and I'd like to give an appraise check first.
Yeah.
Big
For
diamond.
the diamond and the stand separately.
Sure. Give me 2 appraise checks.
Diamond was 14,
Okay.
and the stand was a 14.
Okay.
But the stand does get an additional +2 for being metalwork, so it'd be a 16.
The stand is new, from what you can tell, recently crafted by a master smith of dwarven capabilities. The runes in it seem to be a counterspelling effect. As you don't recognize the spell it's counterspelling, or that it's designed to counterspell, but seems to be implemented as you recognize towards whatever it holds, as the idea of what the item does. It's common kind of thing to do for many magic items that are cursed. To request an item like this as a holder to make sure the item's influence doesn't get out. But beyond that, yeah, there's not much else that kind of catches your attention about it. You'd probably value it at about $200,000-$300,000, 300,000 coins, gold coins. Oh man, I'm fucking sorry. Something's got my mind distracted slightly. The gemstone, though, the diamond itself, you recognize this is something really valuable, James. Your praise does not hit high enough to really tell you much about the item, beyond the fact that this is a unique royal jewel that has some very powerful magic you have never seen before.
Oh, a nice little royal artifact found. I'll have to probably go through the history books and see if it's even of Dwarven origin. Snowbeardian original. But good job, Ham.
Give a bell.
You've uncovered a most likely national incident that will get the Snowbeards probably killed for fucking with other people's lands. And brought me something that will probably get us marked for death, but should be kept safe here. Good job.
So what's the plan for the fact that they're going to kill you at the meeting tomorrow?
Did I see that anywhere in the documents?
You do not. The words you see instead, as you read through, it is a death of the current king, as you read. The tomorrow meeting, as you recognize, was from multiple months ago. As I stated, these documents are older.
Hmm.
Also, should I
Oh, great! The current king might be
inform?
dead.
Should I inform your benefactor?
You mean Stone?
As far as Ham knows, he's your boss or something. You're really willing to.
Stone is not a benefactor. He's a respected figure in the culture.
Anyone's a benefactor if you twist them correctly.
But no, I can inform Stone about this. But these documents also state that the current king may be dead.
His Ham shrugs.
As they are dated for months ago. I'll
Not
make
much
some
to do about
copies.
it now.
No, but it makes my job of putting someone else on the throne much easier.
Or does it? Someone's been playing the part of that king for months.
Yeah, and the question is who would be stupid or willing to.
The person that killed
And
him in the first place?
if I had to make a guess, the king's moot will be a slaughter.
Could be if you're saying that there's a lot of weapons coming in.
Yes,
I wouldn't
weapons
be
and armor.
I wouldn't be surprised if the city got sieged shortly after the meeting started.
Might be worth looking into influxes of armor into certain cities, because it doesn't say where it's going, does it?
No, all it states is that everything's being processed by the Gilded Kelpie, and then there's nothing for where they go afterwards. This seems to be the starting report.
Might want to find out where these went.
You'll have to use the pressure from tomorrow
I don't know if you want
to
to
get the
really know
Gilded
this
Kelpie to
information
talk.
if it's this big.
It's either we look into it or we let Stone look into it. Either way, it'll be fine.
If you tell Stone about this, that gives him a lot of power.
It does. That's why I didn't plan on it. I was going to
Okay.
use the pressure from the fact that okay, we now have the Lord in place where we need him. You did manage to deliver the letter, right, Ham?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you keep this under wraps, research it independently. How much time do we have until the meeting anyway? I think you have plenty of time to figure out where these went and then how to prepare for it.
We have a few months before the King's meeting. Should be enough time to hopefully get our current sailors up and close enough to at least defend themselves.
Is there what else could I think? Could Roland think of that this amount of arms and armor could be used for if it's not for the meeting? Like, what other avenues could this
Give
be
me
for
a
instead
There
of
is the
meeting?
war.
give me a profession mercenary.
Yeah, maybe they're preparing for a war or something. What?
Well, you
16.
think signs of a war between the giants and dragons.
So, from what you'd gather, there's about three likelihoods. There has been grumblings of the whole like Sarazeki thing, and there could be a try of a new push to get them back because the king wanted to legitimize himself. Taking up the god that was tossed or forsaken would be a good way to legitimize amongst the peasantry and the commoners, especially those who haven't fully converted. That comes to mind as a pretty obvious choice of what they would probably do. But if they did, they wouldn't attack the King's Moot because that'd make them illegitimate. They'd attack and try to, from your experience, capture the noble families of all those candidates to make them bow, basically. Because legitimate power is an important thing for any ruler. As you think otherwise, there is the massive contention of war that is going on that you've heard about continuously with on the Snowbeard border, be it the dragons and the giants, and now, of course, you were told that there was an army gathering to attack James in Himkin's territories, which are also on the dwarven borders. So those kind of give you also some options on where they could be sending. It could also, lastly, this could be a cover up, and these weapons, as you kind of think about it, could also just be implications for something else. You were implied that the slave trade was something secretive here, and given this has been kind of an epicenter of one of the major slavers, seemingly for the dwarves, this could be a code for saying how they're shipping out certain types of people. Or shipping certain types of people in. As to James's own knowledge, the founding of the Snowbeards was very bad, and most of the houses that did leave originally and didn't join the main ones would have kind of gone off on their own. This could be like someone else coming in to conquer. So, which at this point you'd start seeing in a massive troops, which you have been seeing that basically in every city. There have been a lot more militia and guards popping up. As you are starting to think about it, and as you look back on it, you start to think and remember there were also a lot of those guards had strange sigils, and most of them were Snowbeards. Most of the Snowbeard nobles were having guards that were outsiders, as you saw with like Dragonkin or Koboldkin rather, or dragons and such.
There
Which
could be a separate report of just hiring a bunch of mercenaries from these locations.
all these guards, yeah. And so there's a big play. You can definitely tell something's about to move from what you can tell, Roland. Either the country's going to break into a civil war, or someone's about to attack someone else.
Yeah, we
Your
need a
thoughts,
lot more
Roland?
information on this. This is great. Just get us a direction on. There's something happening in the background. It could be related to the King's Moot. It also could be not. This is also old, so it's already in process of moving. You need to find someone to research about this now, so that way we can
Well,
prepare.
until Stan gets back, we're kind of.
I can definitely look
there is a
into.
Stan operative on the ship that we keep.
I can definitely look into someone to look into it. I wish I knew some high official we could trust to deal with it, but I'm sure I can find someone.
What high officials do we have?
Out
Oh,
of
there's
character,
a
you're-
Magriel, right?
Yeah, there's Magno,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
who has proven to
I
be
can cast-
useful. Good.
and trustworthy.
He's also anti-Sarazeki.
He is.
He's anti anyone. He's anti anyone getting away.
He's
in the way
on
of his fucking
vacation right now, though, I believe.
But
He is confirmed to be in the city of Stronghelm.
Oh,
He's just
okay.
like he's vibing basically.
he also told you he had a right hand who fully trusted that you could
Oh yeah, that's
call
also
on.
true. What was her name? Elnas or something like that?
I think we were just told right hand. And it was
I
like
play the character, so I know the name, I think. But yes, I think it was just right hand. We'll go with that.
just like a steward of the area. Yeah.
James, I would get a letter to them as fast as possible so they can research this. This is big.
We can send one out probably as early as tomorrow, given that we don't have anyone else that I feel comfortable letting run around the Snowbeard Kingdoms unsupervised.
Yep. I keep this information private for now.
We
This
instead of a
could
letter,
cause
but also
headache.
finish this meeting here and then just go there ourselves.
That might draw us attention a little bit. Maybe not. It's be
Not-
a stretch to
Not go there in the name of questing, and
True.
to not be late to the meeting.
And I planned on having us leave and return while doing good deeds for smaller villages along the way.
How much faster could a messenger get there than us just traveling?
Well, it's gonna take longer. Like if you left at the same time, they're gonna take probably about a week, maybe a month more, depending on how bad the roads are, and like what route they take.
Yeah.
You guys can fly, which will cut your time down by a
Okay,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Which-
consider. That's just gonna
To-
walk.
To give an example, I sent a letter to the Treasure Horns before we left that small village. We got here before they did.
True.
The letter still hasn't arrived.
Yep. Correct.
Yeah, I agree. Then we should head back to there to tell Magro or their right hand or whatever about this, and tell no one else.
That
This
seems
is,
to be the best
this
idea
could-
we have.
Do a lot of good or bad, depending.
When we get there, I can certainly deliver this information. No one's gonna be watching me. They're gonna be watching you two.
That'll be perfect then.
Okie dokie.
We should get some rest and because Ham, you'll be coming with me tomorrow to the meeting. If my
Very-
uncle is involved with the cult, I'd rather know either before or after, given that you stated to me that they are, and I quote, worshipping something evil.
I don't let you to me because I'm concerned. Apparently, there's a prince of my people here It couldn't have been me there. I haven't been here long enough for rumors to spread.
Who knows? By the way, what do we do with this gem? I point out the gem.
It'll
Mhm.
be in my room, I think, for now.
Okay. What does it do?
I just grabbed it to make it look like a brigand when I got those
Well,
documents. Like a spy broke
You
in.
stole a very valuable item that I'm gonna guess they're going to try to scry on, and putting it in my room should deter most scrying, or leaving it appear in the chest. Given that this room has had scrying preventative put in thanks to dear Stan, who I know is most likely listening to this.
Are you? So you're taking the diamond down into your personal chambers?
I'm going to put it actually in the chest up here
Okay.
because
With the
would-
stand? Or are you
Okay.
going to take it off the stand?
I would put it in the cargo bay. If you stack enough things, scrying won't show them anything.
Yeah, there's also... does Scrying have the limit of, like, a lead box? I don't remember.
Oh, let me look.
I don't
I
think
just
it
know
does.
you only can view from like so far away from the thing you're scrying on. So like if you have enough stuff just in a room, they can't really scry on that thing.
Well, they also
I
have
don't
to be
think
pretty
Scrying cares for lead
familiar with
box.
it. Which may be any distance.
and I'm not separating the diamond from its stand for a reason, Rolliman. Diamond's cursed.
Oh, okay.
The stand is making sure that the magic of the diamond is sort of contained.
Yeah, it doesn't specify. It just says you can see the object. So
Yeah. As long as we lock up, preferably the case in a bigger case, like a box, then they can't really.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, cool, it's in a box. I don't know where the box is.
Yeah, the box could be anywhere.
Yeah, sure. I think it's a good idea. Just put it in, like, a chest or something.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. It was going to have us move this chest. I'll take it down and put it in a different chest. We have that chest of holding I could put it into. That seems like a bad idea.
No, just put it in a non-magical chest.
Yeah, I just put it in a normal
Yeah.
box.
We have shipping stuff downstairs, down cargo
If
bay.
there's
We'll
not
put
a
it in there.
chest on this ship, I'd riot.
right. Yeah, alright. As you take it down below into the cargo deck to find a non-magical chest to kind of shove it into. Alright. I assume Ham and Rollman are kind of gonna head off to rest as well.
To the crow's nest for
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you
Ham.
sleep in the crow's nest.
To his dog bed.
Okay.
Indeed.
Damn.
That's
Alright.
racist, but sure.
As
It's racist, but you're right.
as you lot begin to kind of curl up for the night, pass out in beds, what have you, we're gonna take another quick 5-minute break, and we will return with the party waking up in the morning. And we are back. Okay. Where was I in the destruction of everything that you love and care about? Yes, the next morning, as you wake up, night going surprisingly smoothly, no interruptions, no bother, no attack. Round about 7, 8-ish in the morning, you hear as a caller seems to be calling up from below deck, or from below below deck, below the ground, on the ground. Fuck me, there we go. Below the ship. There we go. Shouting up, and as they go, "Is this the James of the Ironheart Merchant Company's vessel?" As he speaks in Dwarvish.
James probably having already gotten up at this point. Aye!
And look over. You see the dwarf from earlier in the bar with Alfred Stone. His bow looking a little bit different now, glimmering with a silver lining to it that seems to kind of glitter in the early sunlight. He looks up and goes, "Ah, perfect. Alfred, our Lord Alfred, has summoned you. You are requested immediately to be at his presence. Shall I wait for you down here?"
Yes, we'll be right down.
He nods. All right.
Ham in the crow's nest, no idea what's going on.
Nope, just watch now.
Ham, time to go.
Huh? Okay.
You come climbing down quickly, joining up with James as James suits up in his actual gear, his armor and such.
I would just slept in my merchant clothes. I'm just getting used to foomp foomp.
It's not healthy. It's also bad for the clothing. As it will wear
I'm gonna make
faster.
new clothing anyways.
Yeah. Um,
Rich person mentality.
I know, right? Right. As as the two of you kind of get on the crane or the elevator down, and find yourself kind of lowered to the ground, the messenger kind of smiles at you, gives a light bow, and goes, "My father was also a well-known merchant when in his younger days. Respect to you for managing to pull this off."
It's been a long trip in a short amount of time.
He nods at that and goes, "That's the truth of life."
Aye, it is. Sense motive.
Sure. What are you trying to gather?
Any hidden hostilities?
Okay.
I've learned to be very careful
Hey, you were
at this
betrayed
point now.
previously, so
Yeah.
16. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't seem to show any exterior hostility towards you. And given you don't know much about this individual, you have no reason to believe he's hostile.
But I'm prone to be able to say that all snowbeard merchants are wonderful in their own right.
You know, allow me. And he starts to kind of kind of walk over to you as he lightly taps you and Ham. You feel your feet become almost as light as wind, as your movement speed is doubled.
You
Oh,
have made me the fastest snowbeard.
Hammer, you don't understand.
I do. I get to run at 150 feet normally.
But
I'm now running at 300. You're running at something over 400.
480.
Oh no. As you start running, he has only a 200-foot speed, as you lot quickly outpace him, heading towards the city.
James showing off that he is fast for once.
As you easily manage to get past the guards, and into the city, and stopping as you wait for the guard to catch up. It takes a few seconds, as he finally appears, a little breathing heavy, sweat kind of dripping down his face as he looks at you both. A bit of surprise as he ushers you over towards a really hole in the wall looking tavern that only you guess maybe seats like 5 people. Where you see one of the seats is already kind of taken up by someone.
Sorry about
Oh,
that.
Was that him?
I'll save him. I'll,
who?
Who is it?
Who's? Yeah, who's in the seat?
As you kind of watch as James kind of pushes past the curtain a little bit to look in, you see Alfred Stone sitting there, enjoying what looks to be a dark ale and some sort of meat off of a plate.
James will go in after apologizing to the soldier for outpacing him.
As you step in, the chef kind of looks up at you, this what you recognize as a young snowbeard, probably no nobility to him as he looks like a commoner, as he smiles at you and sets down a cup of dark ale and another chunk of what looks to be some sort of steak of guess some sort of landerkin by the size of it. And I mean, it's a pretty decent sized piece of meat. As Alfred looks over at you and goes, "Ordered for you." And then as the kid kind of also then sets another plate in front of Ham and he goes, "I thought Rollerman was coming, so I guess the beast folk can have it." As he says that in Dwarvish.
You know, Ham sees food set out, like, and I'm assuming him pointed at Ham, and Ham's like thinking, "Man, I thought I was here as a bodyguard. I didn't think I was gonna be allowed to sit. This is weird."
As you kind of sit down to enjoy the food, it's delicious. I assume, James, you're joining.
Yeah, I will go very light on the ale.
Okay. Yeah,
Just because
it's,
every time James drinks, something fucking bad happens.
That's true. Thankfully, this is really watered down, as it's just got a taste to it of barley beer. Um, and it does not require a fortitude check because you can't fail. But as you drink it and enjoy a piece of the meat, it's tender, but plainly seasoned. Nothing like to write home about. As Alfred kind of takes a couple more bites out of it and goes, "I get your strength up if you want to negotiate with these bastards." And he kind of switches over to common and looks at Ham and goes, "What do you think of the steak? Better than the stuff you ate at home?"
I'm assuming by far.
I mean, it's yeah, compared to the slave labor, yeah.
It's not as good as what's served on James's ship, but it's
or the guilds, but it's better than 100% than what you grew up on, yeah.
The food is incredible. I thank you.
He nods and kind of gives a light laugh and goes, "That's dwarven ingenuity. The best race, the best species. We should be on top. But, that's not the job. Anyways, so, James, I thought about your perspective and requests and answers and thoughts and all that." And he takes a drink of the ale as he pauses and goes, and looks at you again and goes, "I've decided something. Who are you backing?"
Bronzebeard, like I said.
Okay. You'll speak first. As he gives you a light tap
Alright.
on the shoulder, his steak only half done, and goes, "Come on, we're going."
As James will get up and smile.
Having only gotten a few bites of the steak, sadly.
Well, I probably would have grabbed at least light breakfast before leaving the ship.
Oh, yeah,
too,
no,
so.
fully, 100%. It's just, as a Ham, I assume you're getting up and following.
My steak is coming with me.
You just kind of look at.
I see him grabbing both the steaks off his and James's plate.
No, just mine. I can't eat yours because of vow stuff.
Okay.
Are you taking the plate too, or are you just taking the chunk of meat?
Just the meat.
Okay.
I don't need it.
As you kind of gnaw on it as you start walking with them, okay? As the three of you start heading, you start to watch as from the shadows his vanguard kind of falls in. The city almost dead silent as people seem to be kind of keeping to the sides and avoiding you all. He kind of looks at you making small talk and finally speaks up as you guys reach the noble district and get towards closer to the castle, now seeing it within sight. The beautiful single tower that goes into the mountainside or the cliffside and is more designed down below. He kind of looks at you and goes, "Now, James, I don't think I have to explain this, but," as he kind of pulls out one of his daggers and picks at his nails a little bit and goes, "If you make me look like a fool, I'll wipe out your bloodline. And I don't mean
It's already been half done to you.
I don't mean the kind." Looks at you and goes, "What?"
Oh, you didn't know. Well, you'll have a lighter lifting than you think.
You make threatening you so not interesting. The problem when you do that, though, is that soon people just want to start stabbing you rather than even not bothering with it. You should really think about that. There's a reason we have a process." So he kind of puts the dagger away and taps you on the shoulder and starts walking forward.
And that James is just looking at him dead. There was no merchant smile. It was just the PTSD 1,000-yard stare for a moment.
Follow after. Ham still chewing on his steak. The doors seem to open as the guards don't even hesitate, letting you lot in and heading down the beautiful aquamarine gemstone staircase down into a gilded gold and silver hallways with beautiful black onyx floors, furniture that is all the highest value masterwork, gilded with furs that you've very rarely seen.
It's
and silks.
ostentatious and overdone.
It is extremely gaudy, yes. There are,
James
as
is
you
rich.
count,
He's rich enough to say that it doesn't matter.
there are 32 statues within immediate eyesight as you enter into the main hall of just gilded fish. Just solid gold.
To self-melt down 20 of them.
Right. As you enter and head down the long hallway, heading into what is their large throne room that is even gaudier with massive pillars of gold, like carved to show. Oh, good.
Finish your description, because there will be something.
Gotcha.
Stone would definitely notice at least.
With the designs of the family's founder hunting the gilded kelpie themselves, have depicted in the columns. The back throne seems to be made of this beautiful blue coral that's still even alive without water surrounding it. And seems to be or almost bejeweled with different gemstones and bits of silver, platinum, and gold. To the most minute amounts. It looks like the most uncomfortable chair in the world, but I mean, for being a solid coral throne, but otherwise it seems to be very gaudy and wealthy, as you see your uncle sitting upon its throne.
James, the gaudiness is definitely leaving a bad taste in James's mouth because he's been it needs to look good, but it also needs to be functional.
Mhm.
There's no functionality here. One
Nope.
looting of this castle would feed 10,000 people,
Yep. And this
which is
seems to be
bad.
more of a sign of power to show how value or how much wealth Treasure Horn has.
It's good to show that, but you can do it in less ostentatious ways.
True. But as you kind of see this, watching or kind of walking in, you see your uncle kind of standing there or sitting in the chair, watching you kind of enter and approach.
James's merchant smiles back on me. He says, "Hello, Uncle. It's been some time."
Kind of looks at you. Oh, there's a cocked eye for a moment, raising his eyebrow. And a little bit of glimmer from his teeth, being almost made of solid gold, and goes, "You know I don't like you. Why the hell are you being pleasant? This is how they raised you over in that Frostbuster clan? I told my sister she shouldn't marry a bunch of weak-speaking pansies."
Oh, no. This is what happens when you actually experience the world. You learn that even if someone's unpleasant, you should probably be polite. Because you
Well,
don't know
then,
how powerful they actually are.
it's Lord, then, to you, as you'll recall, as you're still just a filthy flippin' merchant, and your Bedapaw's not here and worth anything, which makes you really easy to kill. And no half-breed, as he kind of gestures his hand over towards Ham, is gonna stop me. So,
Uh,
nephew, why don't you show the proper respect, bow, call me my title, and speak to your whatever your business is here.
James will take a deep breath. Well, Lord. There is definitely an edge to his voice
Mhm.
as James walks forward. I am still a member of this clan, so I will at least abide by most of the rules. But I am also the head of my own clan at this point.
For all the good it does, and it's a lesser clan, so you will show the proper respect.
Oh, I'm not talking about Frostbuster.
It looks at you and goes, "Well, of course, that clan's dead."
And it wasn't marked as a lesser clan by the standing that was given to it by Magrill.
Yeah, well, your father was nothing but a two-bit gambler. The goddamn
And an
Frost
idiot.
Furies are nothing but adrenaline junkies and monsters that you lot let run rampant, and you got my goddamn sister nearly killed. You're nothing but evil spawn made from a crappy clan that wasn't worth the gunk on my shoe.
I do believe respect is a two-way street, my lord.
Yeah,
However, back to the main point. I'm here to discuss with you about the King's Moot.
I'm not voting for you. You know
Oh
that.
no, I don't want to be king. It would be a poor waste of my time and resources to be king.
Well, you'll get no arguments here.
And there are rumors in other towns and around the nation that Iter will refuse to come back. You
Not
should
just
still vote for him first, but you need to have a second choice.
It's not just a rumor, as he throws a piece of paper or a letter down onto the ground, about 10 feet, that kind of flutters over to you as slowly.
James isn't even going to pick it up. James already knows it is not. But, well, that being what it is, you need to have a better choice. You should probably go with Bronzebeard.
Oh, why? You gonna try and blackmail me?
I mean, it's a possibility, but not in my wheelhouse, I don't think. Given how he's acting, James is assuming that he doesn't care that James has the proper information.
Could be that, or he may not know it was you. You didn't exactly, you didn't state that you signed off on it yourself, so you just addressed it, so either that, or he could also be acting cool if he has realized it's you and he's trying to make it, or act tough to make it look like this doesn't phase him.
I believe it'd be in your best interest, though, given that, well, some other information that I'm going to be looking into could lead to problematic things for you, along with there's a cult of evil in the city.
He looks at you and goes, "What things do you plan to look into?"
Well, of course, I have to look into what happened to the people that. Because I have the information from other documents. I have documents that I still have to go through, even, to locate the people that were sold off illegally. Made it my personal mission. Not to help the homeland, at least not just that, but to make sure that we aren't looked down upon as a race.
And looks at you kind of warily and goes, "I don't know what you're trying to imply here, dear nephew, but it sounds like you are implying that you think I'm involved in some sort of betrayal of our own people. Which, if that's the case, as you said, proper respect requires evidence. I don't see any evidence brought before me."
Well, not here to try that. I'm asking you to support Bronzebeard. If not as your first choice, as Eider would be, rightfully so, he's quite amazing. Managing to craft Dracula that convince world leaders to help him craft something. It's amazing.
Alright, he nods.
Bronzebeard's the next best choice, in my opinion, at the very least, because he wants to ensure that we don't have a civil war on our hands and we won't have to deal with outside interference like we have been.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Uh, James will be popping. Wait, question. I have to double check friendly face. If it's would friendly face affect him since he hates me?
Let me double check for the face.
That's why I'm like, double check this because otherwise I'm a. Is he hostile towards me?
Technically, no.
Okay, it helps. Thank God.
Yeah, they're not hostile towards you. So, yep, you're good. 29. Okay. As you say
And
this,
that's the tattoo.
Yep. As you say this, he kind of looks you up and down, thinking for a moment. And he goes, I. One sec. There we go. Sorry, I had to respond to something real quick. Kind of looks at you and goes, I don't think the Bronzebeards would align with my interest. I'm not afraid of a fight. The treasure horns have always stood by, and a broken realm means easier dealings for my merchants, and my wealth grows even greater as I don't pay tax. My soldiers can guard my ports. Nothing for me to worry about. I don't see
But
why.
there will be, with me siding with Bronzebeard.
Is that a threat?
No, it's an observation, Uncle. You're missing dear Lord Uncle. You're missing something. A big piece of the puzzle, it seems.
Sure,
I'm a merchant
enlighten
of the world. I
me.
can make allies for the whichever king decides to. I can make allies for the king that I decide to back. Open trade routes. Make it easier for others to make coin. I'm happy to extend this to my family. Should they work with me instead of against me?
So you're saying is that you see Alfred Stone kind of gives a slight smile to that as out of the corner of your eye. Kind of Bjorn Garnold continues. Bjorn Garnalod continues and goes. So you're saying that if I side with you, vote this Bronzebeard, you're going to give me trade priority over the strong helms and the Hemescuses.
I can promise you preferential treatment in many ways.
I want port guarantees. All your business comes through my territory. I'll tax it at
All
half
of
of my known rate.
James is a worldwide known merchant. Is it known exactly how he trades?
It is, but also you have to assumedly with what you've been setting up with owning a stronghold now. There's going to be a lot of merchandise you can't move by airship.
I can promise you everything that needs to be shipped out will come through here.
Mm-hmm. Looks you up and down and goes. I have a courier that's pending my interests. Give me a moment to think on this while I hear him out. Take your half-breed mutt and Lord Stone out to the gallery. I'll meet with you in a moment to let you know my decision.
James will nod and step back, walking past Alfred Stone.
Alfred will follow after you quietly, but will start to give you kind of a distance once getting into the gallery to go will sit with his own men and talk to them.
He's quite good at acting tough.
Oh, bloodlines what they are. He could be strong. I'm not sure how strong.
Oh no, he saw the blackmail. He was throwing you off. He knows you have him by the balls, but you let him take initiative. Why?
James looks at him with a smile. I've never been one for nobility and the strife that it has. I came back to fix problems, not make more usually. I fucked up there. And I didn't want to play my entire hand in front of someone else.
Really, just hire an aggressive negotiator to work for you then.
Yeah, right up there with hiring a secretary who can actually defuse magical bombs.
No, I don't think those are the same. No, I don't.
Just one's easier to fill.
Yeah, the negotiator.
Yeah,
You know,
I'll
you know
look
how
into it.
expensive it is to have a high-level wizard on retainer?
Fairly. But it'll be something, and it'll be some good things, hopefully, out of this, as I will then walk over to Stone.
Yeah, as you walk over towards Alfred, he's just kind of sitting there chatting with his men. You hear, kind of catch a little bit of it with, as they're talking, because they're not talking quietly. As one of the men goes, "Yeah," and then while I was looking at her, I ripped the demon's head off and smiled. And can you believe it? She ran away. And the others just kind of like laughing as they seem to slap the guy on the back. As Alfred kind of chuckles and looks over at you and goes, "Oh, James, yes, please join us. Sit with us. My men were just entertaining me while we were waiting. Quite a
Understandable. I was just going to ask, as I'm not the greatest at noble etiquette, but I assume you're at least Better at that than me, given how many times you've had to deal with the events.
Gives you a look
I
as a
handled that
moment.
pretty shit, didn't I?
You can feel a sense motive as he looks you up and down. And then just
James
kind
is
of
being
sighs
direct.
as he realizes that you really suck at wording things, and goes, "It wasn't very funny. Probably don't accidentally crack jokes. That'd be your starting point. You didn't do bad though. However, your bodyguard's right. I could hear you from across the gallery. I apologize. What he said's right. Bjorn is just acting tough, and you walked right into it with your naivety. You gotta think about it like this. A cornered beast will do one of two things. It'll either bite, or it'll stand up big. If it stands up big, most often it don't got shit to do. Means you can go after it. Not always, but most often, because it's exposing its belly to you, still even if it is standing up. Now, the ones that bite are the ones you want to be afraid of. He didn't try to push you back. He negotiated, which tells you he was afraid.
I should have pushed harder then.
Not necessarily. You could take this to advantage. You didn't catch what the courier was saying when we were walking out. Understandably so, he was quiet enough, but one of my men did. Apparently, there's been a little bit of an issue. There's been a disappearance of the leader of the Dracothax Temple, as well as a very large payment. It seems someone stole a very valuable diamond. As he kind of looks at Ham.
I wonder who did.
I don't know, but it's an ancient item that was said to be from one of the 10 great houses that they used to resurrect someone truthfully. I don't know what it means, to be honest, but supposedly it's one of a kind item. Once used, it's basically dead. And, well, the treasure horns were paying it off to someone, I imagine, that was quite important. Otherwise, they wouldn't be using the Dracothax temple to move it.
Fair
I
enough.
suppose. I suppose. On an unrelated note, there was another clan member here. Oh, what was his symbol? I think it was a mountain with a crack in it.
Alfred kind of gives a light smile and goes, "Well, that answers the second question. You're messing up on something else. Here's my advice. Push him hard, because he doesn't seem to understand that you know all this information. If they're bringing in other clans, they might be looking to pay them out, or maybe they're sending money to a general to keep them from doing things. We don't know, but we don't need to know. We need him to think we know. Use that."
Alright, and you're agreeing, I take it with this, to what I've said, then, for at least who to back.
No, but I have no interest in stopping what you're doing right now. I think it's more entertaining to watch him squirm than you.
Fair enough.
Based on what he said he heard about their struggling and something went wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and I roll how bad that is because they can't even apparently kill with the whole city a single dragon that's outside of their fucking city, and now they're having more issues.
Yeah, let me.
I was also going to ask, just on the Iron quests, they can't even handle locusts, meaning there's no Warroans here.
No, that's what I'm saying. They might not have an army. Like, they can't, because that's something they have to do with the armor. They can't get food.
Give me a sense
Like-
motive.
Sure. Well, second highest.
Can I give help to that one? Because
No,
fucking
not in this situation.
No. No, don't worry. 30.
30? Okay. Let's let me grab my water. Something that you've kind of gathered that's been a little weird about this city compared to all the other ones you've been in. You've seen guards, but you've also been hearing notes of a slave rebellion. You also note that you haven't seen any magic casters. There's a Venkos right in the port, controlling the port. It seems the treasure horns might be in a bit more of a dire situation, most with there being a church full of very well-off adventurers that are quite powerful. It kind of starts to put together, Ham. The treasure horns don't rule. Bjorn is just a figurehead for the Dracothax temple.
and we just took the leader.
Ham
Or
like
clear one
strokes
miss.
in. He's thinking, and his eyes widen. And he's like, "The house is on the verge of collapse. They have nothing.
Alfred gives a
They're not
nod.
just they're not just puffing up over one thing. They're puffing up because they have nothing to show. They don't have force. They don't have casters. He's a figurehead. There's nothing to gain by even talking to him. At least not for votes. He doesn't get to choose his own vote at this point."
Alfred puts up a finger and goes, "Not technically true. One fickle thing about how our politics works is he has to vote in person. Means they can't kill him and they have to convince him. But it also means, day of, he can be given his mind a change. That's why I don't mind whatever you're doing here, because I'm gonna be honest with you, James, my boy. Whatever you convince him of today, the king's moot, I can convince him of something else.
True.
But I'll
I'm gonna-
back you if he tries anything," as he gives a smile. Go ahead.
I look to James. Now that I've met him, should I do the thing we talked to check?
Oh, absolutely. Because if he's with that, then we need to deal with that later.
I guess just right here, I start unfolding scrolls out of my fucking staff.
I mean, giving this information to Alfred Stone doesn't bother me. He's gonna see it anyways. It's funny.
It's basically just a recording device. It's like a cantrip item. It doesn't really matter.
True.
Oh no, I'm talking about the information because he's gonna spot it. He's too strong not to at this point.
As you
Yep.
kind of start unspooling your staff, yeah, what are you doing?
Like last time when I checked back on the other guy and I saw the mark of evil on him, I'm seeing if there's one on either the high priest who I did get to meet or the lord. Or anyone else I guess we saw like in the building.
Have I written
It's
your
just a-
item out yet? Remind me.
No, you told me to remind you I did and then you never wrote it.
Okay, remind me again tomorrow because I have to do Ider's item. So it'll work out. I'll
Oh
give it to
god,
you.
that's gonna be pulling teeth.
No, oh no, I have his item already figured out, and I just have to actually put the writing down. Appreciate that. I apologize for not writing that. I'll give it to you because I fully forgot. Make a note of what all your item does that we've agreed to, so I can kind of make sure to include that in the item.
Yeah.
But what did we have? What did I have you roll for that last time? Do you remember?
You didn't. That was the
Yeah.
thing. I just went back because it was like only a few hours beforehand, and I saw the scene and I just saw a mark of cataclysm on his neck.
Ah, yes, but I believe that was because that was a character who had levels. I can confirm Bjorn Garnall does not have levels.
I could kill
God,
him in a duel.
It wasn't a joke when you put that he was a figurehead.
You know
I-
what? This
I
might
just-
be the great time to suddenly take over a clan.
I can at least check the high priest that dude. There's nothing to take over.
No.
No, there's
and then
not.
for the high priest, I can confirm he does have a mark. He actually, as you know, he is a bloodline warlock, and his mark, as you recognize, well, James would recognize it, is the same mark of the League of Evil.
Ham starts to hyperventilate as he stares at this guy.
Well, Ham, if you have to kill him, just make sure it's not within my earshot.
If you look at Ham,
Hyperventilating as you say that. Okay.
you don't think Ham heard a fucking word that you said. It's that bad.
Yeah, figured.
He's-
James will
He's
gently
freaking
tap
the fuck
Ham.
out. Now, I want to say, I'm not the only one that sees this, because first of all, it plays like illusions around me.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
No,
The people here just
Alfred's
die.
watching. However, you do notice that none of the vanguards seem to be able to see or even notice there's anything going on.
I'm gonna assume
it's the mark of them. Fucking, that's another problem.
he's gonna be freaking out until like it ends that part of the play.
As it does, Alfred just kind of looks up at you. It takes a moment. And says, I believe we might be into a more of an interesting situation than I thought. That symbol kind of pulls out a little trinket of the what looks to be the cap of a staff that has been kind of broken off. And as you look inside, you see little Sarazeki floating inside of it. As he kind of holds it up and goes, and kind of points to this top of the staff where the same marking is shown and goes, I found this in a building near Diamond's death. Didn't know what it did
Yeah.
until I smacked Sarazeki with it. And looks at you and goes, I'm. Do you know what that symbol means?
I only know that those that wish destruction upon the world have been using it.
I think all Ham was told by Rollman is that it's the mark used by Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right.
mark used by
And
by a group called themselves the League of Evil.
yeah, so Ham will back that up, and he'll say he's not the only one with that mark as he closes the item. One of his followers, not even anyone really important, had it too. It's likely a whole infestation.
As
knows?
James will fish around and pull out a copy of the list again.
I don't think
And
this city
hand it
being
off.
told something that we can leave.
James hands off a copy of the list of the League of Evil to dear Halfred Stone.
Looks over the list, gives a smile as he hands it back, and goes, So, oh, dear James, I mean, maybe I'm not the politically justifiable one here, so maybe you two can give me help in my thought process. Your uncle, as he puts his fingers in air quotes, is weak, no power, and his priest is carrying this mark. James, I'm gonna make one single request of you.
Yes?
You need to leave. As he just deadpan looks at you.
That is not a problem.
I will see you at the King's Moot, and you can count the treasure horns as voted for you. I'll give my official seal for it. As he kind of starts to pull out his axe off his back, and you start to see this monstrous weapon as it. How Utham's weapon gives
Do
off
I
that
feel divinity
evil,
off of it?
You do. The way Utham's weapon gives off that evil, like tortured soul feeling when you look at it, you get the same feeling from this axe as he pulls this thing off. Although to a much higher extent, as you recognize this to be a powerful artifact of some sort.
Ham will say one thing to Alfred.
Mhm.
I have a selfish request that you're probably going to fulfill anyway, but for the information, the Warlock, please make sure he dies gruesomely.
You mean Keldrin?
Yes.
The old bastard's been dead for a few years. There's nothing to worry about there. I already looked into that.
I think he's referring to the one that was on the.
Yes, the one acting as him.
I mean, I can look into it, but he's probably no Keldrin. And sure. As far as it goes, James, you didn't see me here. You don't know anything about me. Anything that's found
I never
here
do.
is never going to be seen by you. We'll make clear. Don't return. And I'll see you at the Kingsmoot, as he gives a light nod. And his men start to meld into the shadows, vanishing in almost a fully lit room. As they seem, and you start to hear the cries and screams of women and children.
James is just walking out.
Well, it was quite unfortunate that we were a sudden thing came up and we have to go to another city.
As you see a butler kind of coming out as he hears you guys saying this, and see his throat suddenly slit as he drops as one of the dark dwarves kind of smiles a devious grin and vanishes into the shadow again.
Want to make clear, Ham's eyes are closed as he walks. If he sees no evil,
James's eyes are shut. I don't have to look. I have 20 feet of fucking tremor sense.
If
I can avoid walls.
If I don't see death and evil actions, I don't have to do anything about it.
That's true. As you head out, as the doors close behind you, both of you kind of opening your eyes for a moment, you see as the two guards seem to smile at you as they take their spears, or long spears, and like shove them into the door of the tower, locking it, as you hear something smack against the door, muffled as it is, as the guards kind of start to walk away.
I hope
we're going to make a purchase on our way out of town, and then we're leaving.
Yes, I hope everyone has quite a good day after this. Nothing went
it'll be
wrong.
a great time. On the way out of town, James is just buying some alchemical alcohol that he can drink straight.
There, as you walk through town, James, it is dead silent. However, as the two of you get about halfway through the city, you come across two visages. Firstly, um, the Lich Pork, in his glamorous form, now much more dehydrated, his body looking cracked and broken, almost like he's been mummified, his magic stolen from him. Stands staked in the middle of the we'll call it the front merchant quarters, close to the front gate you walk through, and out in front of the Goose and Hydra Tallow Inn. The second thing you notice is standing right next to it. This visage is Glitterrock, in full what looks to be dark iron or dark bronze armor, and carrying what looks to be a long sword made of, as you recognize, mahenium.
I'll look at him. And I'm guessing he's looking back at me.
Does seem to kind of, as soon as you seem to look at the back of his head, his entire body seems to almost turn and perfectly match your eyes.
Saw you earlier than I thought I would.
He nods and goes, "Man was threatening my kin."
I know I have questions, and I know I probably shouldn't ask them at this point.
He nods and goes,
I'll let
"Oh,
this one go
here."
because kin is important.
And he throws you a bag of holding that you can see on the side reads Pork's personal bag of fun lichdom goods.
Oh, what am I gonna do with this? James's first thought is, what the fuck am I gonna do with lichdom goods? Who can I sell these to?
Glitterrock just looks at you and goes, "There's around 200 million gold pieces worth of items in there, and about 2 ancient artifacts that seem to be able to talk to themselves, as well as some notes about the alignment lords." So he doesn't even look at you and just stares at the corpse that kind of still impaled. He goes,
Those items are a bit horrifying, but
I
thank you,
hold,
Glitterrock.
I hold a hand out towards James because him holding a lich bag is probably not the best for him.
no, but it doesn't seem to be reacting, thankfully, as it does look to be just a powerful bag of holding.
I'll pass it off to Ham for now.
Okay.
With 2 sentient items, who knows if it'll crawl out of the fucking bag or something.
That's true, as you kind of look at
I
it,
don't
James,
feel like having them work together to stab me.
Oh yeah, you kind of look at him and kind of realizing this as you're kind of taken in by the sight of this like powerful lich just being killed in the fucking square, and like hand it over to him and just nod.
Glitterrock, do what you need to do.
Oh, I'm done.
Crew knows that you're handling some business.
No, we gotta leave. If she sees
Oh, absolutely.
me...
There's something terrible happening back that way.
Oh, you too. Kind of sheaves his
I
blade.
don't know what you mean. There's nothing bad happening, because if we knew, it'd be our problem.
He nods and goes, "Oh, by the way, the church of Dracothex is being attacked by some shadows. I don't know what's happening, but there's something happening."
Oh, it's gonna... not our problem is what I'm going to say. We're gonna do some nice work around other villages. Let's go, my friends.
He's kind of still cold, deadpan, no real emotion on his face, kind of gives a light nod and goes, "Yeah, I'll follow. Yeah, lead the way," as he kind of puts his blade away. His
Sense
armor.
motive.
Go ahead, what are you trying to gather?
I trust Glitterrock, but is this really him?
Yeah, feel free.
Because while I trust Glitterrock explicitly because he's earned that at this point, but I still can't. People will fake him.
Yeah.
Fake being him to get close to me. 24.
It's definitely him because you can see the slight fangs, and as you look at his face, there is a bit of drool of something blue leaking from his mouth. Can't fake that.
Concerned that he's gonna try to eat me, increasing.
Dude ate a lich. I don't think you're really even an appetizer if that's the situation.
No,
James.
but if I get to level 20 and he's still around, I might become a snack.
If you get to level 20 and you can't solve one vampire, I think we're doing more wrong than...
True. Yeah.
I mean, he just defeated an ancient fucking lich on his own. I would like some leeway on that fuck up.
Keep in mind, liches on average are only like CR 16.
Yeah, and even if this one was super powerful, clearly the guy didn't have his gear because his gear was in the bag that you're holding now.
Which I
That's fair.
also put out, he probably wasn't because we saw him using a sword rather than the
Correct.
powerful magic to
Yep.
fight.
Yeah. So,
Ugh.
but as you kind of start running, kind of continuing your jog, with Glitter Rock following behind, it doesn't take you much more than another hour as you get get through the gate really easily. The guards are not there. The gate is open, but nobody seems to be in line. It's almost abandoned in the area as you find yourselves rushing through and
Yeah,
heading
sad that I
towards.
didn't find any. I was gonna buy some things on the way out of town. That's not happening.
No, I will say most of the shops look to be closed, or like basically there's no one there. It's like this city is slowly, quietly disappearing.
I guess I'm gonna have to craft some things.
As you continue rushing off, as I imagine Ham would also pull you quite quickly at noticing that most of the there's not even merchants at their stalls.
Oh
That
no!
means
The
there's
moment
a
I see most of
full.
the shops are closed, I'm not even slowing down anymore. It's new.
Okay. As you guys, still under the buff, manage to get to the ship in a few more moments, as you find yourselves there. As the lift is lowered, you hear one of the roughnecks go, oh, yeah, rough bloods, I bet.
Rough bloods.
Go, boss, there's some lights going on at the city. Is that a worry?
That's something called not our problem.
Oh, okay. I'll let the boss know. As he looks towards Rollman and kind of shits the same thing as you can hear. Rollman, who heard the whole conversation, just kind of nods along politely as you're pulled up. As the lift pulls up, Glitterrock kind of smiles. His armor now gone. His his merchant attire back on. As he rejoins as the first mate, as is called, basically acting, or quartermaster. That's what it was. Sorry.
Yeah, he's quartermaster.
As he starts heading below and getting updates from the crew, leaving you and Ham and Rollman kind of on the top deck as the Rough Bloods are kind of working about the deck, keeping things maintained, but mostly seem to be going about their chores, not really listening.
I will have Unga Chunga get us off the ground a good distance, but not high enough that we would be attacked by a flying monster right now.
Okay. She gets you about
As
50 feet off the ground, sure. Alright.
Yeah. As I get the map, and I'm going to plot a course where we can try to do the most good by stopping and dealing with any monsters that might be bothering small settlements in the area. As we go back towards a Hardhelm Keep in Port Strong.
And yeah, strong helm port. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. As the party starts to head that direction, as the as you kind of give Uga Chunga the plow line, she kind of gets the general idea. Give me a knowledge geography check, James.
I'm gonna pop a little bit of magic to help me with this, because I'm gonna need it.
Yeah.
You know, every time you said that, you rolled a 2.
It's gonna
Yeah,
happen again.
yeah.
I'm calling it. Oh damn. As James, you kind of start to plot out. It's not, you come up with a pretty decent route that roughly take you about 2 months of downtime. No, I would say about 3 months of downtime given distance before you will make it to Hardhelm. Was it Fortress Hardhelm? Hardhelm Castle?
Hardhelm Keep is what we
Hardhelm
call.
Keep, that's what it was, yeah. And roughly about another week to get to Stronghelm Port.
And that's with the stops to see to
That
villages.
is correct, to be the most efficient.
Okay.
However, with the monsters, as you kind of note, based on the information you guys have kind of gathered in the background, a lot of these are very low-ranked monsters. They won't give you XP. You'll get random gear from like helping out, but you guys they'll be treated as downtime. So you'll get 1 day out of every week.
I was going to treat it as training. I was going to treat it as training for the Rough Bloods.
I mean,
having them help us with these.
That's also true. Now, we can run downtime now if you guys have your stuff in mind, but if not, we can take a good couple minute break to see if Rollman comes back, or we can call it here.
Let's take a few minute break while I figure out exactly what I want to do, because I have 2 things I know I need to do.
Okay, you good with that, Ham?
Yep.
Okay. Let's say 13-minute break. We'll just break till the top of the hour.
Yep, that works.
Cool. All right. With party downtime, James, go ahead and give me 2d20s. Just no bonuses or anything. That's just to see how well your guys' side questing goes.
Okay, I'll do our 2D then.
We'll just start off with that for Newt. Okay.
Eh,
Not the greatest,
well,
but average. Okay. All
no
right.
one hopefully died, given I can heal.
Nope, no one ends up dead during during your questing. Thankfully, most of the missions are very low rank CR, so it's pretty easy to deal with. But some scratches, some bruises, some poor tracking, some wasted days. But overall, it's a success. Unfortunately, your loot will be lower for that, and all low loot afterwards.
Oh, that's fine. This was more for getting the rough blitz experience, anyways.
That's true.
And the people delight.
Let's start with Ham. So, what did I say? I said 3 months, right?
Yeah,
So that would be
Oh yeah,
15
3 months, not 2
weeks.
months.
15 weeks, but your thing. Yep.
Okay. What do you
I
want to
can
do,
change what
Ham?
I'm doing.
I need to first train improved grapple.
Okay. Do you have rolls already for that?
No, this is the
Okay.
first time.
Improved grapple. Let me look it up. Grapple 3. Okay, I assume you already have the prerequisite of improved unarmed strike.
Yes,
Okay.
as all monks do.
Let's say, and you can write this down. We'll do 4 weeks. We'll do 8 weeks with a for a +4, and it has to do grapple checks, DC 14.
Okay.
Feel free to write that down in RPMs, and then feel free to roll if you'd like.
Yeah, I was just gonna lock in the DCs for mine and then let you move on as I roll in the
Okay.
background.
Perfect.
For the 3 going.
All right. What's the other
Uh,
feat?
the next is improved initiative.
Okay, that makes it easy. Improve. I think it's only a +2, but it's been a minute. Oh yeah, 3.5. Yeah, actually, I forgot you actually have to put D&D because that's improved initiative. Means something else without D&D.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
same thing. 8 weeks, except initiative and DC is 14.
Okay. And the last thing is just partying with the crew.
Oh, okay. Give me gather information and diplomacy checks. We'll call it for both for that.
Since it is partying, may I do singing rather than diplomacy?
Sure, I'll take singing.
Okay. And I will get all of that rolled in the background.
Cool. James, what about you?
First week, I'm going to make some masterwork leatherworking tools
Okay,
with
well,
my gauntlets. So
let's do craft leatherworking. We'll say
I
it takes
thought
a
they'd
week.
be made of metal, so
Oh,
because they're
metal? Then yeah,
tools.
that works for me too. You know what? Fair. Fair point. Yeah,
These are the tools. I'm not making the tools out of leather. That'd be ridiculous.
You never know. I'll take I'll take blacksmith. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Be really funny though. Leather working tools out of leather.
Yeah, we'll say 1 week DC since it's improved 12.
All right, yeah.
I don't think you
I
can
will
fail
make
that.
sure. I'll just.
There you go. All right, there's your success for 1 week. All right.
Yep. And then I'm making Ham some new duds
Okay.
out of some leather.
Okay. That one's gonna be an
I'm
item
not.
I'm gonna have to write up, so that's gonna take some work. But let's just consider that 8 weeks out of your timetable.
Ah, shit. I was thinking because I wasn't trying to put anything special into it. This was just whipping them up, basically +1 close thanks to my gauntlets.
Oh,
That was
if it's gonna be a
literally.
+1 item, it's still gonna take you 4 weeks.
I can deal with that.
Okay. So that's 5 weeks.
And
So 10
then
left.
that we have 10 weeks left. I'm going to be training, which I already have the roles that I need to do: social personality and wanderer's diplomacy.
Okay, go ahead and roll those real quick in the background. And then for the clothing, just give me 4 craft armor. I guess that makes the most sense to me. Because leather makes
Armor
more
smith,
makes
got
more
it.
sense because it's leather, but armor makes sense because it's supposed to be technically it's a armor clothing. Yeah, because it's +1. So unless you want to do weaving.
Yeah, no.
Okay, let's do
Uh,
that.
It's 3 successes for that, which means I'll have to probably throw one more.
Yeah. And I think we'll just end the session with that, because Rollman's still out, and I think this will be a good place with you guys arriving at Hardhelm, and then with the plans to kind of head down to Stronghelm afterwards. So I
Works.
think you guys can roll in the background, finish that up. We thank you all for watching. The rolls are now on the note, and I will send the party their loot and their XP. Thank you all. We'll see you next week.